All right, so technically we've begun. I haven't actually checked the audio, so I guess now's a good time as any to check whether the audio is the wrong frequency.
Yep.
We'll hear it on here. I'll press play just so we can hear it. It'll loop back into the thing.
Okay.
Wait till people arrive in the chat. Starting now. Who's here? And you know what? I'm going to Discord everyone as well. In a minute.
Alright.
Hello everyone! Welcome to a Doki Doki stream with Yazuki Wolf.
Yo.
Give us a few seconds while we start slowly. Tony
We'll be
came.
here soon.
Yeah, Tony came into the room and then he said, "Nah, nah," and then he left. No, he's got some business to attend to. So
Yeah.
let me Discord everyone. In the meantime, Yazuki Wolf, can you give them a quick
Yep.
Jiko Shokai self-introduction?
Wow, I don't know where to start.
Well, you've already been on the channel before, so you could
Yeah.
start there.
Okay, well, I live in Japan. I've been here for about 13 years. I work as a game artist now. I also studied manga for a while at a manga school in Japan. Don't know if there's a whole lot else to say. Yeah. If you have any questions, let me know.
Okay, and what kind of games do you like to play? And then after that, what kind of art do you like to do?
Well, I'm really hooked on Elite Dangerous right now, but I doubt that many people know what that is, because it's one of those games
You'd be surprised. This lot they know.
Maybe there are a lot of really fanatic fans to it, but the thing is that it's not like one of the major games that you hear a lot about. But I'm addicted to it because I'm playing it in VR, which makes it like 10 times better. Because see, generally it's basically a space simulation game where you can go out and you could pirate, or you could hunt pirates, or you could mine materials, or do whatever you want. It's just like an open world MMORPG.
What have you got against pirates?
Oh, I said you could pirate, or you could kill the pirates. Either way.
Oh,
your
okay. Oh,
choice.
no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case,
Yeah.
I like the element of choice.
I've never really done the pirate thing that myself, though. I generally kill them, so maybe I do.
So you do have something against pirates.
But so it's great because you don't have to have VR to play it. So it's PC and VR. But when you have VR, you get the VR headset, right? And you put that on your head, and it immediately makes you feel like that headset is no longer a VR headset. That's just your pilot's helmet. Because you put that on, and now you look around you, and you're sitting in a cockpit. You have like your joystick and your thruster here, and I actually bought an actual HOTAS. It's hands-on. What's it called? Hands-on thruster and stick. So it's a joystick and a thruster.
Yeah.
So I reached down, I touched the physical stick and the physical thruster, and there it is in the virtual reality space too. And I have the cockpit and everything, and then you just move and you're good to go. So it just feels extremely immersive. It's probably saved my VR experience. Greatly.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say what would save my VR experience would be if my Vive actually worked.
Does it not work anymore?
All right, so from day one, I've had trouble with it, and the trouble is...
I do remember day one.
Yeah.
It took you like a day or two just to get done.
Exactly.
It
works.
I didn't have that trouble though. I don't know.
It's really. I mean, I understand that a lot of people don't have trouble with it,
Yeah,
but it
you're
also.
just cursed.
I mean, but I'm also trying it on a laptop. I think
yeah.
all
Yep.
laptops are gonna. It's already quite a hardware nightmare to start with, but then when you do it on a nightmare, there's a lot less you can tinker with.
Right.
And change. And so, like, for example, if a USB port's not supplying enough juice or something,
Yep.
what do you do about that on a laptop? It's like,
Not much.
buy a hub, but then now you're going into a hub. It's like, ideally you don't want to go into a hub.
Yeah.
Anyway, it would work, and then the next day I would try it, I'd be like, yay, more Beat Saber! It's like, yeah, no, it doesn't want to work today.
Wow.
And it's like,
Sucks.
sometimes when I reboot, it works.
Yep.
And then sometimes I reboot like 3 times and it still doesn't work. I'm
So
like,
maybe not laptop is the best.
I would suggest, not laptop for VR. I mean,
you do see them advertised sometimes like VR ready laptops, but I always kind of was unsure about it because first off they cost a lot more.
Yep.
And also it's like, is it really? You can't really get inside and like mess with things if you need to.
Exactly. There are a lot of things that I wish I could tinker with, or you could just pull out a card and then find out whether that was the issue. But in a laptop, it's like, what are you gonna do? Unscrew it and unsolder it from the PCB?
Yep.
All right. So just to get us started, why don't we open up this screen, which has the art, and I'm going to relinquish control.
All right.
And read the chat while you are have free reign to play around with the canvas.
All right.
I was here super early yesterday, 3 a.m. Sol Chapman, thanks for arriving before the stream began. I do apologize. We
shortcuts.
We had some issues in the office setting up the schedule, but we're here now. Oh yeah. Do you need an extra keyboard?
If possible. I actually don't really draw without a keyboard.
Okay.
So
in that case,
don't really know
I'll
how
bring one for you later.
Okay.
For now, just do some line drawing or something.
How do I? I guess I could.
Yeah. And then the normal brush size stuff is still here. So you should still have access to that.
Okay.
I just arrived from university. Congratulations. What class were you? What were you studying? I'm in class watching this. Get off the stream. Go back to work. Okay, so we don't condone watching streams during class. But at the same time, thank you very much.
Yep.
We appreciate the.
Alright, well, let's see what we can draw.
So what Wolf because his Jiko Shokai was quite brief. In fact, when I discovered Wolf, it was at an indie game event, and Wolf was working for a different company at the time. He was doing game art for various games, wasn't it? It was like a different number of games and stuff, wasn't it?
Well, I think when we met, it was only a couple games that I was working on.
Okay, there were a couple games that Wolf was working on, and then he moved on to a different company who was doing game art there as well.
Yeah.
And then after we talked, Wolf said he's got a YouTube channel, and he's got this series called Japan Quest, where he talks about his journey to get to Japan, to work in Japan in the game industry doing art. It's quite a specific path he chose. But it's all documented on this little series called Japan Quest, and I watched it. And the reason was I was actually quite keen on learning how to draw manga in Japan. And Wolf has already finished. Was it 3 years?
Oh yeah, 3 years.
Wolf had finished a 3-year course at manga school in Japan, and so I was asking him a lot of questions about it. And he was saying about, here's what you will learn, but here's, it doesn't essentially guarantee you a job at the end and all this stuff. It was really, really helpful. So if you want, you can check out that series. It's still online, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
On Yazuki Wolf.
Yep, just look up Yazuki Wolf on YouTube.
Just look up Yazuki Wolf. The links.
Probably put a link at some point.
If the links aren't there, I'll put it in a minute. But at the moment we're stuck because this laptop that's doing the stream is also running the software, so I can't type on it. But we'll give you the links in a minute.
And just to add to that, I guess, so the reason why it was such a specific kind of course of what the vlogs were about is because originally I was just making a vlog about my experience of coming to Japan. And so originally it was just like, oh, I'm just this guy that came to Japan. But then when I came to Japan, I started going to a manga school. And so then it became about learning manga in Japan. But then halfway through my manga, through my education at the manga school, I realized that it's really hard to actually live in Japan as a manga artist if you're not Japanese because of visas.
Or even if you are Japanese.
Well, yeah, but extra hard if you're not Japanese.
Yeah.
So I realized that if I really
want to actually make a living... Extra hard if you're not Japanese. Yeah. Tony, what do you think of that?
What?
Is it extra hard if you're not Japanese?
Everything's extra hard.
Yeah, everything, yeah.
It's morning time at Doki Doki. Tony!
Hey!
Sorry to interrupt what you were saying.
Oh, no, good to see you.
Milkman is coming.
The milkman! The milkman is coming!
Yeah!
Man, we've got quotes for days today. This is good.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. Oh, look at it. It's
The
different.
milkman
Nice.
Party just gotten. Party has arrived.
So we've just been going through the Jiko Shokai of how I met Wolf and how he's got a little vlog series about how he came to Japan.
In front of the Circle K, just picking up dudes, picking up dudes.
What is Circle K?
It's like a
Wait, I don't want to know, do I?
It's like 7-Eleven.
Oh, it's just a convenience
It's a convenience store. Yeah.
You're picking up dudes.
Picking up dudes
at the convenience store.
Yeah, looking for bros.
What a cool place to do it.
Looking for cool guys.
Wait, where does this Circle K thing exist? What country are we talking about?
America?
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on.
It's been a while since I've been there.
Tony, you've sat down for 5 seconds and I already have no idea what we're talking about.
That's Circle K.
That's the whole point.
I don't remember that.
Is that what they call the bait and switch?
All I remember is Tarjay.
Yeah, I feel like there was only bait. There was no switch. It was just...
Switchless depends on what kind of bait.
Do you have a switch, by the way? Did you get one?
Dude, I've had a switch for almost since the beginning.
There was something. No, that's right. No, yeah, because you were playing Zelda. I can't remember what. There was something you were planning on getting, but there was a while before we weren't able to get it yet.
Yeah.
Have you been playing Tetris 99?
Dude, I'm so cheap. I didn't want to.
It's free.
No, but you have to have Nintendo the thing.
It's so worth it.
Really?
Well, so
How do
basically,
you get Nintendo the thing?
Online.
The Nintendo Online.
Yeah,
okay.
to play multiplayer. You know how like
So
PC
then it's not
play-
free.
Look,
Yeah.
I have too many
No, yeah, not
subscriptions
free.
that I don't do.
No, it is. I
Yeah.
feel you there. Okay,
Yeah, I'll
it
spend
is a
like $4.
subscription, and in fairness, Nintendo offers you pretty much nothing for this. Like,
That's it.
yeah,
See,
you
I
pay
looked
monthly.
it up.
Yeah, you pay monthly and you get absolutely,
Absolutely nothing.
except some like.
I played Ice Climber.
Yeah, way! I'm so
I mean,
glad I could.
I do love Ice Climber. I do love Ice Climber.
Let's
But
not. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
one of the first games I played on Nintendo.
Seriously? My first game was
yeah.
Snoopy, the one where he's walking around with the
Ew.
pancakes.
What?
Yeah.
No games.
There's
Well,
a game for the original Nintendo.
I think he's lying to us.
Yeah, I never heard
No,
of it.
you do, and you walk around with pancakes. And you have to make
I'm
sure
looking
they,
for this lion pancake.
You have to make
thing
sure
right
they
now.
don't.
What kind of? Well, that's
Wasn't that
video
a-
games back then, right?
yeah, yeah.
I thought that was a burger game where you had to like
Oh, that's
make
Burger
sure the
Time.
burgers don't fall
Burger
fall
Time.
down, right?
Burger Time's
Yeah.
good.
Maybe this was like a cheap knockoff of
Yeah, I
Burger
think
Time
so.
with Snoopy, and they just changed
Made-
it.
All right,
made-
I'm gonna look at it. Let me get my
Made
iPad.
specifically for you, and no one else. No one
What's
else
going on in
played
the
it.
chat? Oh, the floppy is nice. Ooh, sorry. You okay?
Tony versus Shaggy.
Yes. My level is
Who's Shaggy?
99.
Who's Shaggy? Am I Shaggy?
You don't know Shaggy?
No, I know Shaggy, but why?
Yeah,
is
how
Shaggy
how'd
in the
Shaggy
stream?
get into this? I never knew.
Dude, we got so many floppies in the chat. Is this because Tony's arrived? When Tony arrives, floppy! Now, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel really good because I missed everybody.
Does it make you
so-
feel floppy?
Well, not exactly.
I'm so glad they can't
I'd say
translate.
the opposite.
I'm so glad the higher ups can't translate what we're saying, because
I mean,
or maybe they can.
maybe they can.
Yep.
Wait, you've been saying like everyone's speaking French now or something, right? Because I want to see the chat too. So.
I'm trying to think of a French word. I can't think of any.
Croissant.
Peut-être. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Magnifique.
Magnifique. Yes.
Yeah, we just upset all our French subscribers.
It's okay.
They're always upset.
They're always upset. They're always upset.
They're always
It's like they're
upset.
gonna be mad anyway. No, but I like the new Get Up. I've been watching the Adobe stream, and that's how they do it.
Oh,
Like for their drawing stuff, and it's
Oh,
like,
yeah?
oh yeah, it's
Well,
very,
like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so we've had this blue screen
The
behind
whole
us
time!
The whole time.
Yeah, never
And
realized to use it.
I don't know why we. I thought in your head someone starts like chroma key. You're like, that sounds kind of
Yeah.
difficult. Turns out in OBS, it's literally one button. You just turn it
Wow.
on.
It's one button. Yeah.
You just go blue screen. It's just like
Yeah.
you're now
Damn.
in the screen.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Looks good.
It's looking good.
It looks
I
really
actually
good.
don't have access to a lot of the chat because we're on this one computer.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'm gonna look at the
if you look
chat
up the
then.
chat, I'm gonna look up the chat like on my phone because I've run out of screens. Oh, in fact,
You're gonna
actually,
run out of screen.
if you can hold the fort, I'm gonna go grab myself a different laptop.
I'm not holding nothing, man. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So what is up, people? Long time no see. Sorry, I've been
Yeah.
away. I haven't seen you either.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a minute. All right. Well, let me just make the chat a little bit longer.
I have no idea what I'm drawing. Just,
What are you drawing? This is an elf girl.
I guess.
Fair enough.
And I'm surprised at how uncomfortable I feel not having my hand on a keyboard. Like, I feel like,
Yeah. This thing
Yeah.
is weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I need the
yeah, you need to have, like, this
Yeah.
moving, like, your control, like, panel, right?
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, lately, I've been using a lot of I've been working on the iPad. Just
Yeah.
getting used to it. So, oh, someone's asking where's the air. I'm sorry.
there we go. I have a keyboard now. Yes, this is so
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah. See, people that actually draw
Yep.
on their on this, we know what we need.
Yeah.
All right, hold up, folks. I'm sorry. The air horn's coming.
Air horn. What's the air horn for?
Oh, you'll see in a second.
All right.
Air horn. Everything's better with air horn,
Yep.
right? Uh-oh. So what? Let me catch up. See what's going on in the chat. Let's see what's up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scroll back. Sorry, I had to take a very important phone call. So, hello from yesterday. Me. Hello. Just got a notification. Boy. Nice. Hola, Espanol. Yes. I can't speak Spanish anymore. No, I was about to start speaking Spanish. And then it's
Yes, I can speak Spanish.
yes, I can speak Spanish.
Maybe not.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taco Bell's expensive over here.
Yes.
It's surprising because you'll see like $10 for a taco. You're like, that's not right.
Something's wrong about that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but look, when you're so desperate for like some from any Mexican food,
Yep.
it'll do.
Right,
do.
right.
So
Yeah, good Mexican food is a bit hard to find over here. Although I wouldn't necessarily say that Taco Bell is good Mexican food, but it's close.
well, actually, I got some places you can go for good Mexican. And,
Oh, really?
and, yeah, it's gotten a lot better. And yes, subscribe to PewDiePie.
Yep.
That's right. I'm gonna show this. Don't need to hide this. Look, I know there's a bunch of 9-year-olds out here. You need to subscribe. T-Series is catching up.
Yep.
Sorry.
Are you advertising PewDiePie?
Yes. Of course. That's all that matters.
Yep.
How many channels can go online and say, don't subscribe, and then everyone subscribes?
Everyone subscribes.
I think there's not that many channels that can do that.
I see what you're saying. Like, say, don't subscribe to PewDiePie.
Right. And then
they'll
suddenly
subscribe.
everyone's like, oh, I know what to do now.
Yeah, everyone subscribe to T-Series.
Yeah. See, that doesn't work on me because if I see a channel that says don't subscribe because they expect the reverse psychology thing, I'll go the extra distance and realize that they want me to subscribe and then not subscribe out of spite. I'm actually gonna listen to you out of spite.
It's like a Matrix thing.
Yeah.
That's the real mix-up.
Yeah.
They're trying to fool you. You're like, oh yeah, I got this. I'm gonna do what you said.
Yes. Hashtag we need the air horn. You got the air horn. Yeah. What's up? Let's see. What is
Was there a doubter? Someone who thought the air horn wasn't coming?
Look.
Apparently so.
Who doubted us?
The milkman delivers. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Someone said don't sub to PewDiePie. How do I block this person from the chat?
Just block them. Wait, before you do that, screenshot what they said and then post it on Twitter and let everyone.
Oh yes!
No.
You open the floodgates.
Don't do that.
You know, it's actually kind of funny. Like, I went to, man, like, PewDiePie's been good for like the last 2 years. Like, like he
Content-wise?
Yeah, it's amazing. Once he stopped playing games, it got really good.
Yeah, I can see that bit.
Yeah.
Well, he adapts faster than any other channel I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so like, about after the whole controversy.
Which one?
Which one? Right.
Yeah, which one?
Like, I noticed that he was just started doing stuff where he was just talking about like memes and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
meme
then-
review.
Yeah, but before review was just like, it's kind of making fake news kind of content. You know what I mean? Oh, I
Yeah.
shouldn't say that. It might mess up with the algorithm.
Oh yeah, be careful.
Yeah, you got to be careful now. But I don't know. I think he's having more fun with it too.
Yeah,
It seems that way.
definitely.
You can tell from just watching
Yeah.
the content whether they're having a good time or not.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, people that I didn't watch before, and now I watch because they're actually good. So, like, Philip DeFranco's really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
lately? I haven't seen him in a long
Oh,
time.
his
Yeah.
stuff is amazing now.
Okay, cool.
But that being said, you know what's the best? Doki Doki Drawing.
Yeah.
Milkman delivers.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be like the tagline for the channel. Doki Doki Drawing, the milk.
No,
And it has to be in the voice of the it kicks the llamas. You remember from Wham? Oh my god, do you remember Wham?
No, wait, no.
It kicks the llamas, and then it says
Ooh.
ASS.
Wait,
Thank you
what?
for subscribing.
What? Who's this? What's your name?
Someone on the chat needs to chill.
I can't
We're in the
see
middle
the
of,
name.
We're in the middle of a conversation. Be quiet.
Oh man, I didn't see. Well, whoever you are that subscribed, remember, I love you. I love you. Oh, that's all right. I don't have my voice effect. I can't
Is
do
it
it.
a tough love?
No, I just say it. Like, I say it over and over again on my streams until they say "I love you" back.
Oh, it's that kind of
Yeah.
relationship.
Ah, I see.
I'm
So
very,
it's
Reciprocate.
the guilt.
very demanding. Yeah, so I'll just be like, "I love you. I love you."
What the heck? Why is it
I love
striking?
And everyone in the chat's like, "He won't stop until you say I love you back. Come on, say it." So I've trained up my peoples really well.
This relationship sounds kind of dangerous. Oh, I forgot to give you a keyboard. Oh well, you'll have to deal with it for now.
Ooh,
Okay.
someone says, "I love you."
Oh, thank you.
Oh, hey.
Love you too.
So let's see.
But my keyboard is gone now.
All right,
So this is gonna be tough.
So how about this?
Yes.
Yep.
Just what would it help if you had undo on a button? No.
I don't know. Like I use
don't
keyboard
like
for so much. Like you don't even know. Like
All right. All right.
it's not
I see-
just
I
for
see
the
how this
undo.
is.
I see how this
When
is.
I ask for, I make requests for like keyboards and things that happen. It's like, no, we gotta go now. We gotta go now.
Listen up, milkman. You got a problem? You can take it with the higher ups.
Yeah.
Even though it's my fault.
It's okay. It's okay.
Now let me go and get it.
Nice shirt, by the way.
Yeah, man, I'm really proud of this.
Oh,
Does it show on screen?
Oh yeah.
It's a collaboration.
Nice.
It's a collaboration image for the tournament.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm gonna go get it.
Very nice.
It's very nice.
Very
I'm gonna
nice.
get myself a keyboard. Not myself.
Dude, I'm loving this chroma key thing.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It works so well.
We don't have to switch between the cameras all the time, too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and now they can actually see what we're drawing.
We could do a
Yeah.
close-up one, and then we could do like one that's like, you know, like how it is right now.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I love it. I love how your head's just getting chopped off at the top right here too. That's
Yeah.
that's amazing. So, let's see if I can answer some cuestiones. That's Spanish for a question.
Is it?
No, it's not. You just put ones or whatever at the end of something, and it makes it sound like it's legit.
Yeah.
Oh, someone was asking about Filthy Frank. Look,
Is he still
forget.
around?
No, he is, but forget Filthy Frank. It's all about Joji. Joji is amazing. Joji is his band, like his music persona.
Persona, yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. So good. If you haven't seen any if you haven't listened to any Joji stuff, highly recommend it. It's a little navel gazing kind of stuff, but it is so good.
What does that mean, navel gazing?
It's kind of like kind of a little dreamy, just kind of like you're kind of like thinking about. It's a little emo.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
a
it's like
little emo.
meditation type of thing. Like you're focusing your key into your navel. I'm just wondering like where the phrase navel
Okay.
gazing. Like I'm imagining a person staring at their belly button. Like, how does that mean? Like, you know.
Let me see how I can say it. It's kind of like a little bit of melancholy, a little bit of just reflecting on stuff. It's a little emo. It's a little emo, but it's so
Sounds good though. Yeah.
So good. So Pew News is the most reliable news source. I agree.
Well, there's not a lot of competition nowadays.
Well, yeah, true. That's so. Ooh, evil shirt. Let's see, any questions? What are you drawing? You're drawing like an elf girl?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so I honestly haven't really been drawing for a while because like people who watch my channel, like I had to look for a new job recently, so I've been doing a lot of they call it tenshoku katsudo. It's like job hunting in
That sounds
Japan.
delicious.
Yeah, it has like a nice like fresh like pork flavor. It's really
Yeah, it's it.
No, but I had a really good time doing that actually, and I finally found my new place of employment. But
Nice.
Because of that, I haven't really been drawing much lately. So this is I'm just letting my hand just do whatever it wants to do, just to kind of get warmed up.
Into it. Yeah.
Then after that, we could think of an actual topic, and we'll do whatever.
Cool. That's fine. Wait.
I hear my voice.
I heard some cool guys. Look
I'm watching this
look at
really
that-
cool stream.
Look at that weave. Look at that super weave case you got going on. Jeez Louise. Are you trying to get like beat up on the streets? What's going on?
Weave all over the place. I just found this really awesome stream.
Yeah, what's it called?
What's it called?
It's PewDiePie, right?
Let me read.
It's something PewDiePie.
T Sear.
No!
It's some channel called Dokai Drawing.
Wait, is that like is that a brand?
Ducky, right?
Doki Drawing.
I don't know.
Like no.
It's such a nerd stuff.
But
What's up, nerds?
It was actually really good. We should check it. Should we just cancel the stream and watch that instead?
I'm gonna subscribe to that.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
And
All right, hang on a second. So here's what's gonna happen. If you move the
Yes.
Wacom a little bit further
Yes,
to
the
the right,
keyboard. All right.
let's see if I can
Move
touch
the Wacom.
this
Yeah. Like,
somewhere. If you can find a good place
I
for
usually
that.
just kind of leave it like over here.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be on the side or anything.
No, in any case.
he looks so troubled. It's like we're giving him the keyboard. You get the keyboard. Don't worry, folks.
Okay. One problem.
Yeah,
We've run out of USB ports.
that's what she said.
What?
That doesn't mean anything.
That was
That doesn't
unforeseen.
mean anything, to tell the truth.
I have to go down again to get it back to. This is just
Alright.
the worst.
Try a little bit longer without it.
It's a word. Always professional.
Always professional.
Always perfect. Look, we started the stream without 100.
Without 100 people?
Yeah, well, we were feeling very generous today.
Oh, okay. About to say.
But also, so we tried the schedule feature, so it just started on its own.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
It's all good. I won't tell nobody. All right. So what's up in the chat? What are you guys drawing?
I'm just
Let me
waiting.
know what you guys are drawing. You
Yeah,
guys-
let's hear about what your projects are.
Yeah.
What's your dreams, aspirations?
Ooh. And while you guys are thinking about that, have you used Procreate? Have any of you guys used Procreate?
Well, I have a pregnant wife. Does that count?
Well, that is procreation. That is very close.
Yeah.
I'll get some floppies for that in the chat. No, it's drawing software for the iPad, and I've been really I haven't been uploading recently. Well, I had to do I had to go out and do some stuff, but I just got back, and I was gonna start streaming and doing stuff right away, but I said let me take a couple days or weeks and learn how to actually use this software, and it's slowly growing on me. It's pretty good, but everything's kind of like all the controls were kind of buried and hidden. It's really weird, but I'm still getting used to it. So now I'm just like I just draw whatever I see. It doesn't matter. I'll draw thumbnails of other people's stuff. I'll just draw whatever, but it's just to get my eye coordination back.
Right.
Okay, I can Photoshop CC replace.
There's always kind of a learning curve whenever you try a new software, or like, and I'm experiencing that today as well. Just like when you're in a new situation, like this is the same software I usually use, but just like being in a different kind of setup, like you can kind of get used to your like studio, right?
Right. So Ace Stanley says, I gave up on Photoshop when CC replaced CS.
Yeah.
Ain't got the money for that.
Yeah.
You got it. I hear you, but I understand.
I hardly use Photoshop myself as well. Like, I mean, sometimes you have to for work, but I don't pay for it myself. I just use the work one. And when I'm working on my own, I always just use Clip Studio for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, it's an industry standard.
Yeah.
And it goes between, like, people that do traditional animation actually use it a lot, too.
I still don't really like well, I guess I'm kind of torn about the whole subscription model for it, though, because, like, I get that having a subscription could be good if someone doesn't want to actually like buy it outright. They just want to use it for like a month or something. But in the long term, you're spending a lot of more money over because they do update it and they give you like new like filters and new like functionality. But for the most part, I haven't really used any of the new functions since like Cease. Yeah.
Did you see the new? Did you see the newest function?
What is that?
Take a picture of a pose.
Yeah.
And the 3D model will automatically assume the pose of the photo for you.
What is that?
In Photoshop?
Yeah, so you take a picture.
Oh, I never heard that.
Yeah, no, in Clip Studio.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, that we were talking about Photoshop subscription.
Oh, no one uses those.
Yeah, that's
features.
what we're talking about. Yeah.
What?
What's the difference? Exactly the same.
Right. Yeah, it's always
I'll
the
tell
same.
you what. The magic wand tool that gets better and better.
Yeah.
Apart from that,
the last thing I remember that was amazing. The new feature was the what's it called? Like fill in based on the surroundings feature. Like you. Can
that was 5.
Yeah.
CS5. That was amazing.
So that's the last time I've actually used the new feature. So I don't need a subscription to it. I just want to buy it and then just use that as it is.
Has anyone used Photoshop recently though?
Yeah, at work.
Okay.
But I haven't used any of the new features. So.
Yeah, exactly. We're using it every day. But
there's actually a lot of good stuff.
Yo, thanks for subscribing. Sorry that it's
behind.
It's showing up behind our.
Can we move that?
Chroma key. Yeah, well, I'll change it in a second.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Wolf. Just in case, just want you to know that I'm moving this.
Oh, so to finish what they're saying, what Ace Stanley was saying, strictly use Clip Studio and Procreate. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And Corel, Student Edition now. Okay.
Oh, is Corel? I haven't used that in a long time.
I don't know. I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah. I used it way back in the day.
Well, people say that it's good for the real media stuff, huh?
I didn't know that they were still making products. I should check it out.
Someone's drawing a husbando.
They're drawing their husband?
I guess so.
That's a good idea.
Honestly,
I should probably do that for my wife too, but there's too much stuff to work on.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think they're drawing their actual husband.
Oh.
Wolf. Husbando is just
is that
someone they would like to be their husband.
Oh, is that like the waifu thing? Like,
yeah, it's the same, but just with.
See, it's kind of weird because like I was really into anime when I was in the States, but none of these terms existed then.
Yeah,
so I came to Japan, and Japan doesn't have these terms because like Japan has their different terms. Yeah. And now we have these new like sort of like I don't know, we call it like.
Oh, we're much weebier now.
Yeah,
it's got a lot much worse.
Like weeb.
Weeaboo, that was not a term when I was a kid. So like the first time I heard that, I was like, where is this coming from? You know, what does this mean?
It's definitely getting harder to understand what's going on now.
Yep.
That's so funny.
Or old.
Definitely Photoshop was bae until subscription rolled out. Yeah. That's actually pretty funny. Dude, I still got mad love for Photoshop. I mean, I started on 2.5.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, no undos.
No undo? Seriously? There was a Photoshop without undo.
I assume.
Wow.
I think DOS had undo.
No. No, but seriously.
Yeah, it's called the back key. The back.
No, it's like even terminal. You can press up on the terminal and it'll show you like things that you used to type in.
Old school Photoshop. You had to be really. You had to save multiple times. Like you.
Well, I do remember that because it would crash and you would lose everything.
You couldn't go through like history and undo like what you know what I mean.
And your file names were like final 1, final 2, final 3,
so
final 3A, final 3B, final 3C.
But seriously, I'm so
final.
This one's really the end. Seriously, final.
I still do stuff like that because that's how like I grew up. You know, because I was in like school just trying to what the fuck Photoshop.
Yeah. I would do like final,
this
and then it would be like final 3, then final 3A, and then I'd get to like the date. I'd start putting the date in before. I'd be like 2019 February 22nd, final 6A, PSD, and then I would have PNG, and then I'd be like,
it's gone too
It's gone too far now.
Too far. No air horn for you.
What? No. What for you?
No air horn for you.
No. Denied the air horn.
No air
Adrian,
horn.
thank you for the subscription. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Adrian.
All right, so there was one thing I need to change.
Yes.
Wolf, give me 5 seconds.
All right, 5 seconds.
The underwear.
4, 3.
Are you counting down until I get my 5 seconds, or are you?
There's your 5 seconds to go.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to actually start going.
No. Okay, so what I need to do is move the alert box over at the picture of us, so
we can
that
see
when
who
people
they are.
subscribe, it actually
Yeah,
shows up.
that's definitely a benefit.
Let's see what else. What else we got here? While we're looking.
All right, you're good.
Right.
ASD,
Yeah, I
PSD.
was about to show it. I was like, all right.
No, I'm putting it on. I'm putting it on. Oh man.
Oh, we got music now.
No,
I've got music.
I'm getting a phone call.
That's like music.
All right, so let me find out if there's any questions for Wolf. I'm gonna read through the chat. Has Tony been reading out?
He's been reading some out. Not sure if we got all of them, but.
Ooh, someone's animating now. That's cool.
Oh, awesome.
Actually, before I read some of these questions,
animation is actually in really high demand.
Oh yeah? What? Hand-drawn animation?
Just animation in general, like 2D animation, 3D animation. Hand-drawn, I don't know. Well, I'm speaking specifically about the game industry, so game industry, not
people who can
hand-drawn so
animate.
much.
Well, did you watch Jump Force yet?
No. What's that?
You're in for a real treat.
Really? Okay.
Well, because you're a gamer.
Yep.
Because you're a dev.
Yep.
Because you're an artist. Because you're an artist for games.
Yep.
You're gonna love this.
All right.
Jump Force. I'm not going to say whether it's good or bad.
Okay.
But you have to see the animation for yourself.
Can you tell me what category is it? Is it a YouTube video? Is it an anime? Is it a...
Jump Force is an arena fighter.
Oh,
so
it's
like
a game.
like the Dragon Ball Budokai games.
Yep.
But it's got like every character from every Jump manga in it,
Oh,
right? Which is a cool idea, right?
Yep.
All your favorite characters in a game.
Yep.
But when they animate,
Yeah.
instead of having them walk off stage, they just change the X coordinate somewhere else. So when they leave the screen, they just go.
Well, that's one way to animate it, I guess.
It's become a bit of a meme on the internet. It's amazing. Oh, here we go. Look, Jump Force is weird. Jump Force animation is terrible.
Okay, I have to check this out.
Like, listen, I'm not gonna come down too hard on it because clearly what's happened is those are placeholder animations. They were expecting to replace with walking animations.
But is it the final?
But this is how it's releasing.
Okay, yeah, that's they're probably I see what you mean with their placeholders, but then we're just gonna release it now.
Yeah, and that's a shame because I don't think anyone who works on a game, and you can tell that there's a lot of work that's gone into other parts of the game.
Yeah,
it must be a bit of a heartbreak because they're like, it's such a shame that we had to reach this deadline because now it's going to do is get bad press for our animation. Yeah, when actually the rest of the game is actually fairly playable.
Yeah, I'd say I've worked on maybe 4 or 5 games that have been released.
Yeah.
And I've yet to really feel satisfied with any of them because they're almost always kind of rushed out or just kind of like cut to like the bare bones.
So there you have it, inside information from the game industry. This happens.
Yeah.
And how many times?
Like 5 times.
There you go.
I could only think of one game that I'm kind of happy with, but for the most part, it's like, halfway through they just decide, like, okay, like this was what would usually happen. They say list off all the stuff you want to actually put in the game.
Yeah.
And then you make this huge list, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, now just decide which ones you want to put in the first version of the game and what are the most essential parts, and anything for after that we'll put it in later.
All right.
So then you cut it down. And then they'll be like, okay, we have to cut down a little bit further. You cut down a little bit further, and then you release it, and you're like, okay, well, it's all right. That was just the first version. We're gonna put the rest in later. They're like, okay, that we're done. No more versions. Like, what? What about the whole list I made? Like everything else is just gone
so
now.
Scary. That's so scary because also as gamers, we're like making YouTube videos about our wish lists for what's gonna happen in the next season of the game. Mm-hmm. Apparently, the devs have wish lists too.
Yep. And they're not fulfilled.
And they're not fulfilled. That's terrifying. But this is just the reality. We complain a lot about how much money we have to pay for games and stuff, and basically, even though we're complaining, apparently it's still not enough.
Well, no, as a game developer, I'll tell you, do not feel bad about not wanting to spend a lot of money on games.
Oh yeah,
because the industry is too bloated. A lot of people the people that are making money aren't the game developers. They're the investors and like the publishers and all the other parts. And so when you think that you're supporting a game by like say doing microtransactions of like hundreds of dollars or whatever, you're not really supporting the game. You're supporting the business practices that give this feedback loop that tells the publishers put less and less into the game and get more and more money for it.
Right. So you're actually, by thinking you're monetarily supporting something, you may be what's the word?
Feeding a monster.
Yeah, I think you said the word earlier when you exacerbate the issue.
Yeah, you're exacerbating the issue.
The issue is they're kind of just taking us for a ride for our money.
Because
and
a lot of the game developers, they want to make more like full game experiences, but they're not allowed to because the overhead they says, well, we want to make more money than we made last year, and so in order to do that we have to cut costs. And when I say costs, I'm not talking about like the actual money they're paying people. I'm talking about the cost of development time for different parts of the game. So we this is a great feature, but that's going to cost us 4 days of development time, so we'll cut that out, and then we'll add more monetization schemes, and that's what you're getting, more and more monetization schemes. And they're like, well, and as a developer you say, oh, I don't really want to put that into the game, but then they'll say, well, we made this X amount of money from it last time, so
inside information from a game industry. I would call you a veteran by now. I think once you've been in Japan for more than 1 year, you become a veteran.
I would call I don't know what the requirements to be a veteran are. I mean, I've been in the industry for a while, but I'm not.
I think if you've been in a game office and you've served the tea, you become a veteran.
Okay.
Because I reckon even if you just serve the tea at your job, they'll probably still make you stay late.
Yeah. Yeah, there definitely are people that do that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Now, just having a look at the chat. By the way, Reggie retired as the president of Nintendo today. Yes, I did hear that. Did you hear that?
Yeah, from you.
Oh God, that's right. We were talking about it this morning. I think because Nintendo's so secretive, it's hard to know exactly what each person does. I'm sure that he had a really important impact on the company, and I think especially as Japanese companies start looking more towards the West, like how people monitor social media and stuff is a very, very valid, important part of keeping a business afloat. And it looks like he did a really good job of managing the Japanese, the Western side of things. Yeah.
I don't know if he's particularly well known in Japan, but
exactly. Yeah, I think it's more like as the company looks further west, it's more important that we're in control of the social media side, and I think he clearly did quite a good job of that.
Yep.
So I'm trying to download some background music, and I'm having a lot of trouble. I'm trying to. Our internet is
not the best.
Slight poverty here. How's it going? Did you deliver the milk?
Yeah, business milk.
Business milk.
I'm all about that cheddar.
Yeah.
Does that mean money? Does that mean money?
Yes, it does.
Does cheese mean money?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Save him. Save him from himself.
Save me.
And cutting the cheese means to save money.
Why are you deleting stuff?
I'm not deleting anything.
Did we lose?
I'm not deleting anything. So what is it? What does the back of the pen do again?
Oh, well, it's the eraser. So I'm erasing stuff. I don't know what you're talking about deletion.
What's the difference? Oh God, is this a cheese and money thing again?
Yes. Well, because
cheese and money thing again.
I don't know how you have your brush set up, so it's not quite.
Oh, it's all bananas.
It's not making the lines that I want. So I'm making large just scrubs of paint, and then I'm fixing it with the eraser.
Go for it. Go. Oh, change anything you like. Yeah. And also, there's
No, I'm not changing your settings. I'm just deleting stuff.
You can do whatever you like. There are these spanner tools you can reset to defaults as well. We just bought the software and we've been using it kind of as is and like changing it every now and then. But you can change it.
I keep making requests.
Who keeps making requests?
To change stuff?
Get Get those requests fulfilled.
I want one airport, but it's like all the way over there.
Yeah.
Pew 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 pew. Hey Siri. Pew 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 pew. Hey Siri. I'm having so much.
I feel sorry for what he has to deal with this. You know, he's not accustomed to this.
This is why he's here.
It's good background music.
This is the music.
Or noise, I guess.
Okay. So.
I'm just setting up the iPad. So
No, that's fine. Our poverty internet is making it very. I can't even download one song.
Oh, poverty. That's pretty bad.
Having something.
There was a website I saw before where you could like make your own generated music, where like there was like a bunch of boxes and you click on different ones and it would randomly make beats.
Oh,
Nice. That's cool.
dude, that's what we need.
Yeah, like
Dude, that's
I,
what-
I just can't remember what the website was, but
Well, a lot of help you've been here.
Yep.
but if anyone knows,
Thanks
that
for
website,
joining
let
us on
know.
the Doki Doki Show. You're
Good night,
out.
everybody.
Get out.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
actually,
Right.
I've been like, I'll get one of those.
Forget this.
Have you seen
I don't like that.
those? It's like a MIDI controller where you can you know, you just take samples and you start making crazy.
Yeah, they just call them like an NPC.
NPC,
Yeah,
like non-player
dude.
character.
NPC.
Oh, NPC.
I don't even know what it stands
There's
for.
one that I've been addicted to lately. Hold
Music
on, let me-
player.
Is it machine?
No, it's like it's so cute. It's like it's a small little thing, and then people like take
Yamaha?
like, no, it's like, oh,
Yeah, find it.
it is so good.
Sounds good.
I want to. So you just start taking clips and start making music out of it. They're taking like Robert Downey Jr. quotes and making music out of it. It's
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, like I used to listen to like this the like science music where they took like clips from Charles, what was his name?
Oh,
Carl Sagan.
yeah,
And then they make it into music beats. That was pretty cool.
It's awesome. All right, I'm gonna pull it up for you guys, and then I'll get back on the chat. Yeah, how you say the chat? So,
I think you'll find it's D-chat
the chat.
because it's D.
Oh,
Why is it D?
Doki Doki, that's why.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Triple D.
Oh, it's in the
Yeah, I was gonna put the
Japanese
Doki
mode.
Doki dolls in the
Thing.
background, but then I was like, no, it's gotta be the tree food.
Damn,
And the Merlion is in the. Oh, it's not there right now, but
They'd riot. They'd riot.
They would.
yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
So guys, what do you think?
OP1.
The OP one. Oh, is it really tiny?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Is it actually? So, what is the big deal about it? It just sounds good.
It's magic. You can do so much with it. you know?
Sound. Okay.
But it's like, but it's so small.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You can try it.
Orami. Oops.
I'll have a go.
You didn't hear that. All right, back to the chat, because that's all that really matters.
So, can we have some
Air horn? Sure.
some reactions to this elf? I think it's an elf.
Yeah. It's
Loving
sort
the
of.
look of it so far. I like the blue shadow.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if I'm completely happy with it, but
No,
it's good for a warm up.
I really like it. What is the reasoning behind using blue for the shading?
Just so I can see that it's not black.
Mm.
So because so this is something that comes up a lot once you kind of like do a lot of work with other people within a workflow. Is that you're never really too committed to one particular color scheme. So this actually, it's not blue. I'm just using a blue layer. So if I go like this, it'll turn black.
Okay.
So later I could take this and I can make it any color I want.
So the important thing is just to distinguish it from what's black and
Right.
what's not, what's line art and what's shading.
Yeah. So there's a way for me to know what layer is what
Interesting.
layer and whatnot. and
Okay.
later on, I could just change it however I want. So what I was thinking right now is probably what I would do is I would think of this as being like the shades, right? And then I would add like a matte color underneath it, and then I would probably have this layer as like a combination layer to add the shading to different colors underneath.
Oh, okay. So like doing the values first.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for values.
What did you say?
We all have
hear
strong
for
values.
Let's
here.
hear it for values.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm so tempted to make a fighting game community joke, but I'm going to refrain because.
Oh yeah, I think I know. What
You
that
know what I'm
is.
talking
Yeah,
about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave it out
Oh,
because.
no.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's not. I'll explain it later.
Yeah.
Once we start, the chat will be nothing but
Yeah,
that. So,
that's okay.
Like the last time we tried to talk about Star Wars, it was not good. Not a good idea.
no. Well, it's just fighting. It's something that happened from this event last weekend.
Oh.
So anyway, I won't talk about it.
Yeah.
No, fair enough. Let's see.
Add a sense of mystery to the stream.
So what kind of music do you want? I'm gonna go through the genres and. You
Oh
can-
no, you do not pick music.
Alternative punk.
No.
angry, bright,
look, you don't
calm, dark,
you
dramatic,
guys know.
funky.
It's gonna end up being happy birthday the whole time. Like
You want funky?
Not even the good happy birthday.
You want funky?
Oh, not that one.
No.
You want funky?
For a guy that plays music,
I heard
you
that you
choose
want
the
funky.
worst music every single time.
Oh my god! It's asking me to open iTunes.
Oh god.
Hold
I hate
on.
iTunes.
I don't hate iTunes, but it always shows up when I'm
kinda
looking for
do.
something else.
I need to update my iPhone because it won't let me like download any of the apps anymore. Because it's like you have to update your iOS or whatever.
You're on iOS 1.
Yeah, but it says you have to have iTunes to do it. Like I don't want to install iTunes. I hate iTunes.
What you should do is like what I do is like I just do like have like a track that loops and then just pipe it in directly so you don't have to always choose. You know, like a pre-selected list.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Why that would be
The milkman
easy.
demands.
Right. Milkman denied. Sorry.
Next emote confirmed.
Next emote.
Just a guy with a milk jug.
Like a
Yeah.
The cross through it is like
Yeah. They're like, no,
no.
denied.
No. Oh, I met Logan Paul.
Oh really? When was that? When you were in the States?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It was crazy. Like, I turned around, he was just there. He just kind of manifested in the guy.
So like, not at a particular event or anything, or just happened to?
It was at the LA. Yeah, so I was at the LA art show.
Yeah.
And so they're like, yeah, we got a celeb coming to the gallery. They're gonna buy some art. And I was like, cool. And I turned around, it's freaking Logan Paul. And I'm like, oh. And honestly, I couldn't help myself. I went. I was like, yeah. I dabbed him. I was like, hey. He was like, hey. I went. And he went, yeah.
Wow, that's not how I thought that story was gonna go.
No, I didn't. You know,
Sounds like a
we
very
ever had those
engaging
situations where, like, if I ever see that dude in the street, I'm gonna choke him out. And I was like, it's like I turned around. I was like, he was there. I was like, he's actually really tall.
Really?
He's really tall. I was like, okay, I don't want to fight this dude. No, but I was just like,
Why do you need to fight?
no, I'm just saying, 'cause, like, he had a boxing thing recently.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe you would be in a video. It could be Milkman versus.
Dude, I could have been viral. It
could be a whole series.
It could be a T-series.
Yeah, dude, I would just jump on him and just start like biting his shoulder. You know,
Took a big bite out of his jugular vein.
I'd be famous.
Yeah.
I said I did it for Japan. Then it might be.
You'd be a villain. You'd be in
I'd be
jail.
like a diplomat. They would make a Milkman Day just for me.
Chew people. Humans are not for biting.
Why not?
Unless they're in boxing matches, in which case you're supposed to. Clearly.
That's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like
Shout out.
yeah. So like I turned around. I was like,
But
like,
you did his move to him.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Like the other gallery owners had no idea who he was. They said, "Oh, he's like
Some
some
guy.
famous guy." They had no idea, and I was
Are you
like,
serious?
"Yeah." So I was just like, so I did. I dabbed. He was like, yeah. So they talked. He was looking at some more pieces, and then like when he was like left the gallery, I'm like they're like, "So who is that?" And like, so he's like famous. So I'm like, yeah. And they're like, like how famous are they? I was like, a lot famous. And they're like, go get him again and get some photos with him. I was like,
Too late.
nah,
dude.
man.
Way too
I'm
late.
good.
It's too late. Serves you right for not knowing.
That's
Yeah.
what I said. Well, I didn't say that exactly, but
That's
what
hilarious.
I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't think you were gonna say you did his signature move to.
What
to
would you
him.
do?
Yeah, I don't know if I wouldn't have done that.
I panicked.
That's
I
hilarious.
panicked, and I
Have
was
to
just
do
like,
something.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I moved.
What a story.
But he
What
was
a
like,
story. Oh, it's looking really cute, by the way.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to get the face to look a little better. I think I'm paranoid because one thing that I've learned working in Japan is that your anime style like characters are never good enough for Japanese audience. Like you'll think that you're doing a good job, and they'll be like, yeah, we could tell this is a foreigner. Like this is not a Japanese person that drew this. And it's been so long that I've actually done this, so like I could just look at this and I feel like it's a competent drawing, but I would never be able to hand this in at work. They would like probably like.
This
tear
is how you
pieces.
know that he's been conditioned by
Yes.
Japanese work.
Yeah, it's actually kind of.
we need
kind of
sad Hulk music for this.
Sad Hulk music.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I don't want to
Yeah.
use the actual thing. So,
It's actually kind of depressing sometimes, actually. Yeah.
but have you watched New Game or read the manga?
Yay, Cairo.
Cairo.
Haku.
Yo,
Good to see
thank
ya.
you. Have you watched New Game, the anime?
New.
It's about a person who joins the workforce to join a game company after graduation.
Very depressing.
Right, and the first no.
From everything I've been hearing.
Well, they do joke about a lot of the dark sides of the game industry.
Yeah.
But there's this episode where she submits the work and changes it about 6 times.
I know this.
Yeah,
pattern.
and then her boss comes over. She's like, yeah, okay, no, it's fine. She's like, oh, I'm practically dead.
Yeah.
And another colleague comes over and says, actually, the version you made about 3 versions ago would have been fine. She's just conditioning you.
Yeah,
I was just like,
right.
whoa,
that makes sense.
Reality in manga.
Yeah.
No, it's seriously, when I first started, like that's you had that experience a lot where you'd be doing a line drawing like this is horrible. I would never be able to have this as a line drawing. But say I had something that was using like the line pen, and I had like, I don't know, like let's have like a face of some sort. Here, we'll just have a line. So you have like a line and then another line like coming out of it like this or something.
Yeah.
And so you'll look at this like at this full size, and you're like, oh, it's pretty good. I got these 2 lines. But then they would come over and they'd hand it back to you, and they'd have like this red ink, right, to be like this. And they'll come back and be like, what's this? See that? These dots are coming out of the line. You got to clean that up. This is messy. And you're like, oh, okay, sorry. Then you come back and you have to be like, okay, make sure that none of these are.
Kibishi.
Yeah.
The Japanese, and this is why they're like the pinnacle of quality when it comes to like game art. We still hold them up on that pedestal because they're really making you work.
Yeah. But then the thing that was so frustrating all the time, though, is that we're drawing the original art at like 4 times the size that actually appears in the game.
That's right.
So
retina screen.
So as soon as you drop it down to 1/4 of the resolution, you'll never see that editing I did to get rid of those little dots that are out of the line.
Yeah, it's been de-resed out. I don't know what the word is, but you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they do that with like comic stuff too, right? So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For comic work, yeah, I imagine. So I was trying to get a playlist, but we don't have VLC on here yet, so I'll just...
Is that a new computer or old computer?
This is... it's a hand-me-down.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
This song is called...
It's not Burger King's.
It's not Burger King's.
Okay.
I think we're not allowed to say that anymore.
We can't say Burger King anymore?
I think we're not supposed to... I think we've been told to stop saying that.
Oh, okay.
It's a shame.
This really matches the mood of the art on screen.
Don't say I didn't warn you. That's all I'm saying.
Come on, I'm really good at this music choosing thing.
Feeling that was on purpose.
Worst. The worst.
What about this one? Does this match the atmosphere?
Probably not.
There we go.
Don't encourage him.
What?
Hello. What?
Hello,
Hello,
chap.
Governor.
Hello, chap.
Top of the morning.
Top.
Wait, that's Irish. Huh?
Top of the morning to you.
I don't know that.
Wait, you don't know that? The group that does Jump Around.
Yeah.
Oh!
What are they called again?
House of Pain.
House of Pain.
Yeah.
They did like one other song,
That's
and it
right.
was called Top of the Morning to You.
I remember. I'm sorry.
Funniest
I was like, look, I don't know if that's racist against you guys. You know? It's like.
I suppose because it's a common phrase.
Yeah.
No, I never thought of it that way. I just think it's a really hilarious,
Yeah. Oh,
very specific lyric.
speaking of stereotypes, so like,
Yeah.
my dad,
Is a stereotype? Is he a walking stereotype?
a little bit, like, because a lot of UK stuff. So it's like every day I've been drinking tea in the morning now, because like that's all they, it's all. Pip,
All they really do.
cheerio.
Cheerio.
Yeah.
So like, now I go home and I drink tea the first thing in the morning. I was like, tea time. I'm like, what's happening to me?
What's happening to you?
What's happening to me?
But it's infiltrated into your system.
Yes,
The culture.
but check this out. I think what's making this even worse is, have you heard of these like things called like caramel waffles?
Caramel waffle.
Are they?
Sounds good.
Is it just a waffle with caramel on it, or is it a product called
Okay.
caramel waffles?
Like, I don't know if you guys have seen it. Oh my god, it's so good. All right,
Yeah.
it's like a thin wafer, like a waffle, right?
Is it waffle thing?
It is a waffle thin. God damn it!
It's just a meme show. This is nothing but a meme show.
Meme show. It's
Just
not meme
change
review.
the channel title to Doki Doki Memes,
Dude.
please.
Yeah.
I started drawing memes, and this is the most views I've been getting like in like months.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. I drew Big Chungus. It is like 7,000 views. I was like, what?
What? Why are you watching the other content?
Yeah.
Memes is where it's at.
Memes is where it's at. So I'm changing my strat.
Wolf is making an anime meme right now.
Oh, yeah?
What you don't know is that she's gonna have a speech bubble. It's gonna say something like
like-
"Lawai."
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I have cheeseburger?
Well,
That's like the beginning.
Yes, you
of it.
can
Yes,
have.
you can have.
I'll leave that to the subscribers to add the speech bubble. That'll be
Oh,
it'll be a
that's
community
actually
project.
quite a good way to do it.
There you go. All right, so
Yep.
back on this waffle.
Yeah,
Waffle.
that's the
Sounds
important
really
stuff.
important.
It's so good. So I had one on the way to see my folks.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then I had one on the airplane on the way back. And oh my god, I found it on Amazon. I've gone through 3 of those packages already. So
Damn.
I've spent like $30 on caramel waffles.
That sounds like the milkman has found his new Thin Mints.
I have found. Oh,
Yeah, try this
if
one.
only. But it is a wafer thin, and it has like caramel in the center, and there's another a wafer on the other side of it. Oh my god, it's so good. And so check this out. You put it like so you pour you make your tea, right?
Mm-hmm.
You put the wafer thin biscuit. It's not even a biscuit.
I've never heard you this passionate about anything.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh my god. I found it is my new crack. I'm not. I don't even.
You didn't hear him say that.
Let me tell you how bad it is. Let me tell you how bad it is. You know how they have the instant subscribe? You can have them send it to you like every week and just take money out of your account. I did that.
Yeah.
And anyway, so here's the thing. You put the wafer. This is the art show.
Hold on, give me a break while I
There's no breaks!
I'm finding some more music.
I'm almost done!
No.
No, let's keep going.
This is the suspense ad when you put the ad right before the
Oh,
interesting
okay.
bit in your YouTube video. This is what I'm doing. I'm just finding a little bit to find.
We
some
need to be
music.
sponsored by whatever this company is. I'm gonna find the name of it. Because
Yeah, for the amount of work you're putting in.
it changed my life. Changed my life. Oh, there you go. That's
There you go.
that's
It's a
the
Doki
gem.
Doki video
That's the
now.
gem. That's,
Now we
yeah,
got-
it's official. So let me tell you.
No, dude.
Let me tell you how genius they are. You put the wafer on top of your hot tea, and it melts the caramel inside, and then you eat it. So I'm like, see, look, we got subscription for that.
Subscribe
Got
for
a
the
subscription
wafers.
just for that.
Yeah.
They're good wafers.
It sounds great. It sounds great.
You don't know. I've seen God, and it's in these wafers.
Sounds
If
like
you only put this much passion into your art,
And then
just kidding.
I'd run everything.
yeah.
This is looking super sick. I really like it.
Oh, thank you.
And what's nice is that it's got the wolf. It's still like
wolf
recognizably wolf feel
Yeah.
to it.
It's very nice.
Very nice.
All right. I know you people are in disbelief of these amazing waffles.
All right, so you gotta show us.
Yes, I'm pulling up the Amazons.
So a different department in our company has stolen the Elgato Stream Deck.
No.
Stole it.
Yeah, so we can't.
That
Are
sucks.
you serious?
So basically, it was theirs, and we were borrowing it until they needed it.
What?
Yeah,
Those
and
thieves.
they've taken it, so we don't have the Stream Deck anymore.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we had to give it back.
Red bastards.
Yeah. That is horrible.
Are you serious?
Tone it down. Tone it down.
I mean, they're not. They know I'm joking.
Yeah. We're all-
Is it the
I'm
thing that-
not allowed to say
we're not-
what it is.
I'm
not
just
allowed
saying,
to
is
say what
it-
it is. A different department has taken it.
and then maybe.
That means like nothing. Oh, brilliant.
How that worked.
So, tell us a little bit about this character while you're finishing it.
Well, I am trying now to do some.
It's Elvin.
Yep. Oh, you mean to like this backstory?
Yeah.
You think I thought of a backstory?
I gave you too much credit.
Yeah. No, if I was actually gonna do like a character with a backstory, I would have to have like a week in advance to like work things
Okay.
out.
No. I'm
But,
like, I just thought because you chose an elf, maybe you were thinking, okay, it's probably some kind of elven character in a fantasy world of some sort.
No, I just I wanted to give it something that was more than just being a picture of a face. So
It's nice. So Tenny,
Yes.
is it German? It says
What?
Stroop waffles, but sometimes they just use
I
German
don't
sounds.
speak that crazy talk.
No, but sometimes they just use the sound to make it sound like foreign, but it's not actually. But maybe it is because
It could be.
we could ask Kathy, who happens to be fluent in German.
All right.
If Kathy is in the stream, by any chance.
not here
Why?
because we did the stream on purpose so she wouldn't know that it was today.
Oh man.
Duh.
Dang it.
I'm doing everything possible to keep Kathy off this stream, and you are making it
I'm
harder.
sorry. Kathy, I'm sorry.
Write that down. That Tony's making it harder.
I'm making it harder.
Yeah.
By the way,
Hold on.
you know what restaurant I really like?
You are the worst.
I had the logo on the wrong side.
I was saying, like, I don't know, but I'm loving it.
Oh! That would have been good that would have been a better reply than what you.
I was like, you're the worst.
Yeah, you are the one. That's also quite a good one.
Oh man.
All right, guys, can we have some
The
ideas for the
sponsorships.
backstory for this character? You've seen it from literal sketch to line art to highlights to hair color. What would you like to see as the backstory for this character? I can't read the chat because my laptop has given up.
It's totally out.
The poverty internet has literally killed it.
Really?
It's like I
Well,
haven't.
maybe I should turn off all of my devices that are streaming off.
Can
of
you
the-
have maybe just?
I don't know. I've just been downloading some
You
files. Some
are the
movies.
worst.
Yes, I.
No, I think I was trying to
I was
download.
uploading too. Uploading a lot of stuff to the interwebs. No, I don't know. Well, actually, I probably am. Actually,
No, my I think it's
which one are you on? And what is the password?
I'm not going to tell you the. Do you understand what a live stream is or how it even
the stream
vaguely
key?
works?
What's the stream
What's
key
the
again?
stream key again? Oh yeah, it's right here. I'll just read it out to you.
Look, just copy paste it and then.
Yeah. So I apologize. I haven't seen the chat for the past 5 minutes because the internet just died for me, but I've got it back now.
It's okay.
The internet does that sometimes.
Especially when it loves you.
Whoa! My favorite bonsai killer, doing very good.
Favorite bonsai killer.
I hope everyone's been killing bonsais because
That's what they're for. You're supposed to buy them and just watch them wilt.
too many greenhouse gases. I'm trying
It's the opposite. What are you talking about? You keep. Do you understand? Do I have to tell you the story of the birds and the bees?
And the flowers of the trees.
What's
Oh
the
my
story of the
God!
flowers
Is
and the
there
trees?
more?
There's more to that song.
So do tell. I was only told about the birds and the bees part. Is there more?
There's a lot more. Actually. A lot of
There's some stuff.
stuff. There's some stuff.
Where is this going?
know.
All right, guys. So tell us about the story. Okay, so
Okay.
she's the lost elf from her village.
Oh, okay, that sounds a good start.
What? Start with a genocide.
Yeah, that's how most good stories start, isn't it?
Oh Lord.
Where is this going? I like it. I like it.
Well, I never said that all the elves were killed. She just said she
Yeah,
was
yeah.
all-
It could have
she-
been disease.
Yeah,
She could have killed them.
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
She wants to be
Wait.
the last Jedi, so she killed all the other Jedi.
wait, hold on. Did
Yes.
he say that all the village was dead? I thought he just said she was lost from a village. or
No,
something.
what? She's the. Sorry, it's the British accent.
Okay.
She's
Hello.
She's
Jeez, Ben.
she's
translating.
She's the last elf.
Oh,
from
last. Oh, you have that damn British accent. I thought she was just lost.
So good. It's
He's quite sweet, just wandering around the forest, a little lost.
like hello.
I'm gonna live forever, but I don't know who's gonna be there with me. Yeah, she's the last elf.
Oh.
Everybody's dead.
That would suck.
That was she's the first.
I don't know why she's smiling. She has to stop smiling.
Can you live forever if you don't eat?
If you're an elf.
If you're an
What
elf,
if
yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
an immortal kind of like?
Wait, no, actually, no. Come to think of it, this is a good point. Do elves live forever if they don't eat?
That's a good question.
assumed that
yeah.
they do.
Well, because I hear
Then
that.
why do they eat?
Then why do? Maybe they don't.
Yeah, I hear that they can't die from well, at least the Lord of the Rings, the J.R. Tolkien's elves can't die from natural causes. I don't think.
But
Like-
yeah, but
No, sorry.
Food eating's not a
They don't
natural
die from old
cause, is it?
age, but they
Yeah.
can be killed by with like
right.
swords and whatnot. So
true,
eating
true,
may
true.
be.
So
in a
I
sense-
assume that not eating would kill
yeah,
them.
That would
yeah.
kill them. Okay, that makes sense.
So you could kill all the elves, the immortal. You could kill the immortal just by starving them.
By
That is
taking
so
all
boring.
You take all the cookies,
Well, you could, but
And the
thing,
wolves,
though,
the waffles,
the waffles.
the stroop waffles.
The
They'd be
stroop
like, no, we may as well just die.
They just start
I don't want to
stabbing
live
their eyes.
forever. I don't want
Not
to
the
live
waffles.
forever.
I don't want to. Oh my god! Seriously, like the most amazing thing I heard the other day.
yeah.
Bill and Ted's 3 is going into production.
Seriously?
Next month. Yes.
Oh man,
I have waited
wow.
forever.
I think you actually. I think Tony actually told us about this on the very first Doki Doki
Really?
stream. I think the stream starts with him freaking out about news about Bill and Ted's. It was
Yeah.
like 6 or 7 months
Look.
ago.
I know what I like.
Yeah.
What I like
that's
is-
good
You
stuff,
like?
man. Bill and Ted.
I like.
I actually am probably more excited about that than I was about the Kingdom Hearts 3 announcement. Even
Ew!
that's pretty nice.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom what?
Kingdom
King of farts.
Whoa!
No, I like Kingdom Hearts actually. It's actually pretty good.
I can't stand it. I don't understand it, so I can't stand it.
So what we missed out on is that Wolf was actually
Yep.
using it as a comparison because he is excited about Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, not that I'm not.
He's trying to say he's so excited
I'm
that
sorry.
he's more
Bill
excited
said-
than Kingdom Hearts, but what we took it as,
We took it as like
that he doesn't like it.
We're like, yeah, screw that.
He's like, no, I actually really like the
I
game.
actually like Kingdom Hearts. Seriously, guys.
Let's burn it to the ground.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna read more
What?
more ideas about the elf.
Yep.
She was abandoned. She was an abandoned orphan who goes into a family and who abuses her because she is one of the lost elves, and she runs away trying to find a safe home.
Oh, okay.
Well,
She
it reminds me of the trailer to Wreck-It Ralph. You
Yeah.
know when all the princesses are talking about their issues,
Yeah.
and the girl's just like, "Are you okay? Should I call the police?" She's like, "Were you trapped? Did some man try to save you by like putting you in another cage or something?" She's like, "What? Are you guys okay? Should I call the cops?"
I gotta see that again. I just remembered.
Seriously,
It's so good.
greatest movie.
It's so good. I
So,
think
oh
it's
my
very
god.
underrated.
The second
It's
one or the
huge-
first
the
one?
second one. The
I haven't
second
seen
one.
the second one yet.
Oh man. Well, what I just said is from the trailer, so it's not a
Yep.
spoiler.
Yeah.
But I highly recommend it. Have you seen the second
okay.
one?
Not all the way.
Watch the second one.
Seen clips. Lots of clips, and it looks amazing.
Yep.
But speaking of which, I saw Spider-Man.
Oh, I need to see that.
Spider-Verse.
I saw it 3 times.
Dang.
Yo, that movie
Oh
is
my
so
god.
good. How cool is Gwen, by the way?
She's pretty cool.
Like the hair. I think I told you.
Wait,
this.
am I the
think
only one here that hasn't seen it?
Yes.
Damn it.
Oh, she's in the trailer. But
She's really
anyway,
good.
she's got cool hair.
All I gotta say is,
I won't talk about the story.
all I'll say is, best Spider-Man movie ever made.
Really? Okay, I
I'd say it.
gotta see this.
I'll go there.
Wow.
Bold moves.
Okay.
Hey,
So
I'll put
you're
my foot down.
saying
Yes.
that out of Tobey Maguire with emo hair,
Well,
That was pretty
different.
epic.
That's different.
out of a movie with like 8 villains, one of them's like an electric guy, and another one's Green Goblin, and pretty sure that Mary Jane was one of the villains as well. You're saying that it was better than those movies?
Combined. I'll say it. Spider-Man 2 is really good. It's one of my favorites.
No, actually, no. Okay, Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2
It's amazing.
Is amazing. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen.
So good. So good.
Sorry. Sorry, no, they used that clip before Pendulum song.
So I would say Homecoming is actually really good too, because I like.
Oh God, yeah. So
He's so good as a Spider-Man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because he's young. You know, I
Yeah.
feel it. So like,
Right.
I might even say like, I have the feels for Spider-Man 2 because I was like, he's just a boy. Anyway, the whole thing good. Doc Ock was amazing.
Yep.
But then again, Homecoming all together, I think I like more. But then again, after I've seen this Enter the Spider-Verse,
Yep.
I put it on top of everything.
Wow.
Because I think the fact that it's actually animated too makes it even more special. I mean, they can do things with it that makes it even more special. They handle the origin stories really funny. There's memes. It's got
so
the
up to
feels.
date.
memes?
So
Okay.
it's really up to
really
date.
up to
It's
date.
really up to date. I like that, and it doesn't like force it in your face.
No.
Like I don't mind a movie being up to date, but sometimes it's like forcing your face. It's like whoa, it's a little too obvious now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Spider-Verse was like it's just tastefully done.
Thank you. That's exactly the best way to say it. It's tastefully. It's put together so well. Like they're gonna make all the monies. Like if they keep this format up.
Just like Wolf is gonna make all the monies if he keeps drawing sick art like this fast.
Whoa!
Like I don't think. I mean, like this is fast.
Is it?
Yeah. How much?
We
how
never
much
get to this point where we. Oh, it's
'Cause we're too busy-
it's because
too busy
we're
yelling
busy
at it.
talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah, we're too
By the- get off the set. It's time for me to draw.
Yeah, basically that's what the streams are. It's like,
That's what-
get off!
I want to draw now.
You're the worst. No, you're the worst.
I was like, he's actually not drawing that fast.
Yeah, I'm just
You're
actually drawing.
distracting us by
about to
talking
say,
about elves.
That's
and
exactly what I was gonna
spider-
say.
Yep.
We've been distracted, and so see, it's all a cause.
You're the
good.
worst.
Yep.
Worst
Oh,
guest ever.
worst. Oh man, I didn't even look at. I've been just yelling, and I didn't even look at the chat. What's going on?
Yeah.
What happened in the chat?
Well, they're basically agreeing. Spider-Verse is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, they
But
are, okay.
Homecoming, I would say
Homecoming is so good.
I would say that what makes it great is that it's not really just a Spider-Man movie. It's the Avengers 30 movie span.
It's got all that,
you know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that makes it really
wouldn't
important.
have
But
had
as just a
much.
Spider-Man movie, it's not really like to the core of what. It doesn't really go into a lot of the deepness of what Spider-Man is.
Well, I'm happy because I
Which is
don't
fine.
want to see another origin
right.
story.
We don't need another origin
Right.
story.
So it's like it's different and it's
Right.
pulling from all the other movies too, which is not a bad thing. It's
So
like,
Spider-Verse was actually kind of like a better Origins movie, even though it's not really trying to be an Origins movie.
Yeah.
But that's what it's doing. It's doing it really well.
and like he's a kid, and he's trying to figure stuff out. You know what I mean?
When his dad drops him off.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is in the
that's
trailer,
okay.
so I'm not
It's in
spoiling.
there, yeah. But there's some other stuff.
Drops him off at school.
It's like, copy. But there's some other parts like it's like,
Hey.
I'm not really sure.
oh
what's
my god, that look! I got goosebumps.
You do. Every minute of that movie is just gold.
It's you're gonna love it.
Oh no! Someone's got to go to sleep.
Don't go to
Stay
sleep.
with us. Don't go to sleep.
Don't go to sleep.
You're not allowed to
You're
sleep.
not asleep.
We
Sleeping is
deny.
bad. No,
deny
no
permission.
sleep. Here, look.
No
Oh,
sleep. No.
sleep.
Only Doki Doki.
Only Doki Doki. And
All
send
the
us
time.
checks too.
Checks too.
So are you doing this on a separate layer?
Oh yeah. I have like 50 layers probably.
But the this tone that you're adding to the skin, is that on a separate layer?
Yeah, that's it's a mask. It's a layer masked to the skin.
Okay.
And this actually isn't the color I want. I'm just using a dark color so I can see it, and then afterwards I'll change it to a more appropriate kind of hue.
And what tool are you using to blend it in?
Oh.
Because at first you put a darker color down, and then you
Yeah, so
using.
I don't know if this is what other people do. This is just kind of what I developed with using.
Oh, you're using the
Chroma.
pencil tool.
Yeah, so I do the pencil to put to just put the color down where I want it, and then I use the watercolor brush to just you know.
Yeah.
blend it out. I don't know if that's the official way to do things. It's just how I kind of
No,
started
but the
doing
watercolor
it.
brush has a lot of blend
features
built into it, which is really useful.
And that's really important to say that there's no definite kind of this is the process. You know, you kind of
Right.
work out your own things, whatever
Yeah.
works well with you. So
In fact, it's often the opposite. If you follow exactly how someone else has done it, then you'll be exactly a year behind
Yep.
someone who's already really good at it. So you'll always be a year behind every single thing if you keep following only what other people do.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, because I'm trying to learn Procreate right now.
Yeah.
And I looked at a couple courses and I was like, okay. And then I was just like, you know what?
There's so many. There's too many ways to do it.
Too many.
You better just find your own way.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now I'm just like, I got the basics,
Yep.
and then I just draw.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at now. I came to that epiphany last night. I was just like, ugh.
Fair enough, though.
And I was like, I need to sleep.
Yeah, but the number of
Sleep is
apps that
good.
come out, it's easy to get lost and to start thinking, okay, now I need to learn this as well. It's like, okay,
Right.
Blender, Maya, 3D Cinema. It's like there's
There's
always
always
something you gotta Cinema 4D rather.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just like whoa, just learn one of them and just make stuff.
Yeah. No, that's so true. It's like the amount of time that you spend trying to get the perfect tools or the perfect not technique, but the perfect gear or quote unquote process. You're just wasting time instead of just making stuff. So
Yeah.
just make
Yep.
stuff.
And it may not be a waste, but it is time taken away from the actual making of stuff.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
I'd say you want to invest the time to learn the software in the terms of like what functions, how the functions work, and how to use it. But then after that, then you just have to practice and try drawing stuff.
Yeah, and sometimes I use learning new features as an excuse to not draw.
oh yeah.
I'm like,
that's
but I
not a
have to
problem.
learn this new feature. It's like, are you just trying to avoid drawing today?
Right.
Yeah.
It's quite common actually. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. You know.
I think everyone is.
Yeah.
I think this is why it's that feeling when everyone already understands.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's me.
Well, I think the key for me is that I separate the time that I actually am working and that I'm actually drawing and the time that I'm studying. So like when I'm riding the train, I can't really do much else. So that time I use to actually look at tutorials and learn. But then because I can't draw when I'm on the train, at least in Japan, because you're usually you have like one person.
Oh,
here,
you're like-
yeah.
It's like
Do not complain about the train being like
In any
being
other
crowded in
No.
any country unless this is the one way that I'll say you can complain if your body is physically touching 5 other people at one time. Then yes, because I
Yeah.
am not exaggerating. That is a daily experience in Japan.
it's like a standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally like here,
Yeah.
and then like 2 in the back. And you're like,
If your face is, if you're
Let me
actually
just
in a
read my
better
tutorial.
if you're in a better position to read someone else's phone than they are,
yeah.
you're in Japan.
No,
definitely are,
if
you
you
are,
have
you
to
are.
actively avert your eyes so it doesn't look like you're creeping on people.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm trying not. Look, I'm not creeping. I'm just looking at the ceiling just so I don't look like I'm like. You know what I mean? It's
So I've been doing this thing. I keep my hands in the air. And I'll
Yes,
hold
I'll do
hold
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
just
too.
because I don't want
Always,
anyone to think my hands are anywhere else.
Right.
I'll do the like the kind of like.
I don't want my hands down there. My hands are way up here.
That's actually one of the big reasons why I watch tutorials. It gives you a reason to keep your hands up
Yeah.
to hold the phone.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not messages. If you're online, then like pretty much everyone can read your messages. Like their face is probably closer than you are. Gotta love the trains in Japan.
Yes.
I don't know. For some reason, like I don't know what the setting is, but like on mine, I can usually see the brush before I actually write. But on yours, it doesn't show how big the brush is.
So you've done really well without that. We got rid of that just because
it's distracting.
Hinoe, the pro animator.
Oh yeah.
He just wasn't used to seeing the cursor. He was like, the cursor's really getting in my way. So we got rid of it. But it's like one button. We can go back into the options.
Yeah.
And go back.
Let me just.
Night Hero.
You've done
Night Hero.
You've done fine.
Yeah, actually, that would probably help a lot because
for the painting bit, it can be kind of annoying.
I was having a lot of cases of like putting something down. It was the wrong size, and I had to like delete afterwards because I wasn't sure what size the brush was.
Yeah. Kankyo sette, kasoru, nashi, brush type.
There we go.
We want the tool or juji. We want juji.
Oh, it looks better on your side. Okay.
Everything looks better on my side.
Brush size and pointer. Here we go.
Because
So this got brush size and a little crosshair.
Cool. I think.
What looks better over there? Oh, the color.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! It's a Wacom screen. It has no idea what color it's supposed
honestly,
to be.
I don't think it was. Honestly, I don't think it's the color. I think it's just the angle that I was looking at it from.
Is there like a protector on here? Like a.
No.
It feels like it. But
No, it's built in. It's built in. No, in fairness, it hasn't been calibrated yet, but it is capable actually of showing a lot more colors. We just haven't calibrated it yet.
Okay.
All right, where else do we want some highlights? Around here, maybe.
I'll tell you something that's nice about Apple products is they do, in my opinion, have more accurate colors out the box compared to a lot. I mean, I've got Android devices, and I'm not saying that they're all the same. I'm sure that there's some that are really great, but like the screens on the Mac laptops and the iPads, they come really accurate like out the box.
I think I'm almost spoiled. You get so used to it using Apple products, that it's like, and then you get something else like, why does this look weird? And you're like,
it's like, oh, it hasn't been calibrated. It's like, why do you have to calibrate it? Why don't they do that at the factory?
Just
it's like,
do it.
Not everyone is Apple. Chill out.
I know.
Yeah, Apple is more foolproof, I guess.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of the bases.
Did you see that new phone that folds?
Oh god, yeah, that looks amazing.
Really?
Would you use it?
Yeah, no.
No,
well, so what bugs me is they said, so now you can watch a YouTube video double the size screen, but when they flipped it open, because it's a square, it still only uses the same size as one
So you just have to read all the garbage comments.
No, but it's just, they just had it was just letterboxed. There's just black bars on the top and the bottom. I was like, so what?
Thanks.
Why have we've like gone to landscape mode, but it's a square screen, so it's not really helping.
Oh, I can see I can use it though. If you can do like, on the iPad, you can do like, you can put another window of another screen.
Oh yeah, no, there's gonna be there's a lot of cool stuff that can definitely be done with it, but because it's not wider, it's just two wide screens and it's become square.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
Like, I think it's gonna be phenomenal.
No, I'm not in a negative way.
Yeah,
I'm
just not sure yet.
Yeah, I was like, how would I really use it? You know what I mean?
I would find ways to use it, but I think not yet. We're gonna have to wait till a killer app that comes out and shows us.
This is
why is that funny?
Windows killer app. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be, but it's running Android.
Well, sure.
It's just a Samsung phone.
I know, I'm just joking.
But anyway,
I'm just being me.
we're waiting for the killer app, but it won't be until a killer app comes out. But it's just like games, just like everyone was waiting for the Fortnite of their console to show up. So
have you played the new
Apex?
Have you tried it?
Not yet,
Everyone's
but
saying.
everyone is crazy into
crazy.
it.
I played.
You try it. You try it.
I tried it. I tried it a couple days ago, and I was like, "Well,
it's all right."
It's all right." Yeah, I mean, because people were like, "Oh my god, it's the second coming!" You know what I mean?
The second coming.
Like beams of
Our savior has.
right. Celestial light kind of parts the cloud, just like.
No, I haven't seen any footage that makes me go like that, but I haven't played the game yet, so.
I think it might be funner if you're playing with people you know. I don't know.
Really?
Most of those games kind of are.
Yeah, but I think another part of it too is I think it's a reaction to Fortnite because Fortnite just blew the hell up. You know.
Does it have the duo mode where you run around with like a single partner, just the two of you?
No, it's only three. It's always three.
It's always three.
Yeah.
3 on 3. Three.
Well, I mean,
three teams of 3.
Teams of 3, right? So, that like doing duos and all that stuff is not
a shame.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the funny thing about Fortnite was when we were running around as a duo.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Where have you gone? Don't leave me here!
hey, don't put that thing in me. That's like after they turned off like friendly fire, so I was like, oh. But it's funny, I have not played Fortnite since then.
Yeah, I haven't played it either. I've seen other people playing it, but it's just I recognize that I don't have enough time for even the games that I do play.
Yeah.
Right.
So to add Fortnite to it,
I don't know. Sometimes I'm wondering if I'm turning too hipster. I'm just like, man, everyone's playing it now, and I was just like,
oh, I mean, there's definitely part of me. That's
I kind of feel that too. Like, especially now, I don't know about like outside Japan, but Japan now you have like these people who are obviously not gamers that are doing commercials.
They're all playing Fortnite.
And they're all like dressed up like as Fortnite characters. Like, oh man, you gotta play Fortnite. Like, you guys obviously never played the game, and so you got hired for this commercial.
Right. So I've seen this like on Facebook and all that. They have some like opening stuff on YouTube. And I was just like, after I saw that, I was like, I'm out.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I think all communities will always feel like that when you're part of it. When it's small and it gets big, it will always feel like that.
Yeah.
I think the beautiful part is obviously that more people get to enjoy the game, and it doesn't really matter whether they're enjoying it. But there is that like sort of not genuine feel when you're watching the ads. You're kind of like.
But here's the thing: I'm not mad at Epic. I think what they do is amazing because all the events that they have. I mean, they're doing it right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, I'm almost sad that they were too successful because they're getting a lot of heat for it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a shame.
A lot of people hate it.
Let people do what they want, man.
Yeah. But they're doing it right. They keep the game interesting, and unfortunately, a lot of douchebags play it. So.
What's the ping system in Apex? Someone here is. Alessandra is saying, "Love the ping system." What's the ping system?
Is really cool. So, like, when you're playing one of these like games, you're just like, hey, there's a dude over here. Let's shoot that. They have so you can like, it's like a hotkey, not a hotkey, but you can like put the cursor on the person and then kind of like click like a waypoint. You know what I mean? And say like, hey, there's something here, or like, look, armor down here.
They didn't have that before.
No, it was just, but it's so easy to use, right? So it's just like, we're in a group. It's like, there's armor over here, so I'll just highlight the armor and click it. And so if you need armor, they'll let us know. Or hey, there's a dude up there in the hill shooting at us. And
it's like quality of life changes. It's like they must have been playing Fortnite, and they're like, wouldn't it be cool if we had this feature? Let's put it in Apex.
Yeah. So it's like little tweaks like that. It's really, really, really cool. That
I'll try it. I'm up for anything. It sounds like fun. Honestly, I mean, I have nothing against Fortnite. When we played it, it was hilarious fun.
Oh, yeah,
and the only reason I don't play it is because it's just not the type of game that I play, really. But
I think you live a little bit longer too in
Apex.
Is that good?
Well, generally.
I mean, because I think a lot of people
longer life.
Well, is it though? It's just you're gonna lose anyway, but now we just have to wait longer.
No, I think two things that were against against Fortnite is that you would the building is, if you're not used to it, which is the game is all about building, which makes it really unique. If you can't build, then you're kind of screwed. And then two, like you first get into it, you're just getting, you're just shot up by a bunch of 9-year-olds that are really good.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm in, I'm dead. You know what I mean? But in the other game, you get a little bit more time to kind of figure stuff out. So
Yo, Pew, thank you for this subscription.
Who?
Pew. Not Pewed. Not
I was like,
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie's here.
Dude, this illustration is sick. We should let people actually draw for more than 5 seconds when they come on.
Dude.
Shut up. Shut your mouth.
I've been saying.
Oh, Reaper's got to go. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
Guys, I'm going to go turn the air conditioning off.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
I think I'm pretty much done with as much as I wanted to draw. If anyone had any suggestions of anything else to draw, or if you want to switch
let's see.
Or something.
Oh, yeah, I mean.
Or was there any questions?
Yeah. Let me see. Fortnite is a Minecraft ripoff.
Is it? Sure.
Let's see. That's not a
I can see that.
Okay, it's up the PewDiePie show. Let's see. No one's asking any questions per se.
Well,
it's easy to communicate even if your team doesn't have a mic. Yeah.
Before I finish, I guess I should just say briefly, like sort of like some of the like things I was doing here that people might not know about. So like
hot tips.
It's here. So there was the layer that I did in blue, right? And that layer I actually turned into multiplication layer, so that's what's allowing it to add the shading to all the other layers, right? But you may not want to do that. You may also want to be able to like select that layer and then just change the color otherwise. But other than that, also this is a gradation. So if you just have the red like this, it's a little too saturated, right? So I added another like less saturated version of red, with also a little bit darker that comes down from the bottom, because shadows usually come from the bottom, right, not the top. And then I just did a masking layer over that. So if you can, I don't know if you can see the difference between that. But
Sick. Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it.
that's what that is. And then with the face, it was just like you have your standard skin tone.
Actually, I've noticed this in your artwork a lot. Actually, you do avoid you do manage to avoid the oversaturation a lot in the colors.
Yeah, I tried to.
I think maybe it gives it like an earthier tone.
I think
especially for fantasy as well.
I saw a tutorial somewhere where they were explaining like if you get like the color wheel, like if you have the very top where it's completely saturated, they call that the no-go zone. So like never pick colors from there. I always pick like a little bit further down.
Fair enough.
So I kind of took that to heart, but.
Yeah, but it also gives you, because you're quite consistent with that, I think. It shows up in a lot of the work that you do. Yeah. It's like not oversaturated all the time. But a lot of the time, basically, because I'm a screen person, I'm just like, most saturated color possible. It must be teal so it looks like Miku.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And I think I ran into that too. That's why I started paying attention to it, because once you print it out, and then you put it up against other people's art, you like realize, now this looks kind of like cheap when it's really super saturated.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I guess like it depends on the output, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you know you're gonna print, you gotta take things like that.
The printers probably can't print that color.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It is a thing.
Unfortunately, if only printing didn't exist. Well, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, printing probably is going out. It's a shame, but.
Nah, there's always gonna be a little bit of.
No, there's always gonna be a little bit of printing, but most people will never have to experience, because
have to.
Like for a lot of us, the only way to see the comic was to
buy a newspaper.
Well, I mean the ones that we made ourselves. Was to like print it out.
Oh, okay.
And show it to people, but now we can just like never print it.
Never print it.
Your comic can be digital. For its life.
It's so weird because I remember back in the day, people were saying, "Oh, it's gonna be all digital." Everyone's like, "Man, shut up! It's digital. We can find our magic spaceships and stuff like that."
Remember the days where they said like digital art isn't real art? That's cheating.
Oh yeah. Everyone said it was cheating. I remember those days. Yeah. I remember people saying like, "Man, pretty soon everyone's gonna be using their cell phones." Everyone's like, "Man, shut up."
Yeah.
Sure thing, space boy. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've told this story a million times. My dad, when he came back, this was in 1994.
1994. No.
Wow.
Shut up, you. So in like 94 or 95, he comes back and we're having dinner. It's like spaghetti or whatever.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
I like
and I'm there with my siblings and my mom, and we're just chilling out, eating dinner. And he goes, "So we heard about this new thing at work. It's called electronic mail." We're like, yeah, Dad, another one of your random work stories. I don't really care. He's like, "You're gonna be able to send a letter through the computer to another computer." We're like,
yeah, sure, Dad.
That's never gonna happen. That sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Dude, don't feel bad. So
we thought he was way off.
You thought he was off, right?
Yeah.
Dude, check this out. I had one of those situations too.
Yeah.
So my friend's mom was she was a teacher, but also she was like not a superintendent kind of thing, but it was like one of those up there teachers, right? Mm-hmm. And so she's like, my friend's like, "Dude, we got this thing. You can talk to people online, like a message board." Yeah, we're like, "What are you talking about?" Dude, they had the internet in their house, dude. This is like 1992. 92. Some of you guys weren't even born. Yes.
Yikes.
Dude, thank you. It didn't hit me till later.
She must have worked for the army.
She must have been. I think
because the internet, like, only it was for the army, wasn't it?
No. So like universities. So the big thing was a T1 line back in the.
Oh yeah, T1. Whoa. I used to imagine it. I used to think T1? It was probably like a tunnel this big.
I thought it was
with nothing
huge.
But fiber optic cables or something. But it's just like a cable, isn't it?
Yeah. So Austin had this whole thing where
Yo, thanks for subscribing.
Oh, it's on that TikTok.
Oni-chan.
Hana Oni-chan.
Hana Oni-chan.
Is that a joke? Is like a Hana Oni-chan like a special kind of Oni-chan?
Heyo.
Like brings you to the izakaya.
Dude, I want that Oni-chan.
I think everybody needs an Oni-chan.
Everyone needs an Oni-chan. Man. But yeah, they had the internet so early, and I was just like, "What is it?" Like, "Why do I download stuff?" And like, it's just like you see the like.
Can you download? Oh yeah, I remember those days when you waited.
Yeah.
Bit by bit.
All night you download one JPEG.
Yes. Yo, my friend was like, "Look." No, seriously, my friend was like, "No, we're getting Street Fighter stuff." He's like, that's how we're finding out how to do like certain moves.
Yeah,
That's how we figured out how to do Giles handcuffs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because like
the glitches.
dude,
That's sick.
Yeah, Greg would come back. He's like, all right, fold out the papers. Like, this is what you do. And we're like, what?
I think we all imagined that the internet would look like. Have you seen War Games?
Dude.
All the screens are like green
No.
dots on a black
It's
screen.
like hackers. Got hacked the
I
planet.
can't remember that one, but I remember War Games.
I'll show you some hackers. It's awesome. Got hacked the planet.
See, if you put this much enthusiasm into your art, Tony.
Dude, I would rule the world. No, here's the reason why I don't. Because I have no soul. It's all gone.
Yeah.
It's all gone. You guys know this.
It's overrated.
Yeah.
I had one.
You don't need a soul to do art.
Reggie retired from Nintendo.
How many times are we going to tell this story?
What?
That was when you weren't here.
It's like the second or third time. That's like the second or third time that we brought it up on stream.
Are you serious? I didn't know. I didn't know.
No, I know. Yeah, you didn't know. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, he's retired, but I mentioned this before. I still don't actually know 100% about what he actually did.
He made
Because I know that he wasn't a developer.
He made people like Nintendo.
He made people like Nintendo, and I think he was an important social.
Yep. He's like the Stan Lee of Nintendo, basically, right?
Okay.
Or America.
He did all these interviews. He did a lot of cool interviews that just a lot of Japanese CEO execs would not have been able to take part in.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool because he was on people's like YouTube videos and stuff that were really funny.
You know the weird thing about like CEO execs, all they do really is just give speeches.
Yeah.
Like all the Google
And that's easy.
No, I mean no, but seriously, like seriously, they go, all right, we're gonna do this, and that's like maybe 20% of the work, and the rest is just going out to eat and giving speeches.
Maybe.
Yeah, a lot of it is quote unquote networking, just kind of talking to other
Yeah,
like
CEOs.
all my Google peoples that are there, that's all they do.
No, fair enough. Though their neck is more on the line when
No,
things go
they
wrong.
have the
Oh
risk.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
So like my niece is now,
Well, that depends though, because you do have CEOs that are more like career CEOs that aren't the ones that like invested into the company. They just got hired to be a CEO.
Sure,
there.
sometimes, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not one kind of CEO.
right.
It's not really a job title. It's not really a job type. It's a job title.
Gonna hack the planet. This is what the
Oh,
internet
yeah.
was like. I'm gonna show you the internet.
Yeah, not now.
I'm showing you the picture. That's all. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. All right, so I think I took this about as far as I feel
Looking
up
good.
to doing. So
Hey guys, what do you think of
do you
what's
wanna do next?
Can you press?
How'd
can
that
you-
happen?
Can you press tab and then zoom it in?
No, because I just realized that I was messing up one of my hidden layers while I was fixing the other layers, so I have to fix this real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Then we could look at it after that. When did I do this thing?
How are we doing, chat?
All right, maybe we could filter it.
So the chat has become like 80% Spanish. Where is Carlos when we need him? Unless you speak
Is he
Spanish.
here? Is he here?
¿Hablas español?
Sí.
Sí.
De nada.
De nada.
Grazie.
I think that's Italian.
I was doing my Brad Pitt on Inglourious Bastard.
Oh, that's what happened.
Grazie.
Okay, I think I got it now.
Why can't it let us translate comments like in line? I can't believe that. Oh well. Good morning from India. Great art takes time.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Great art does take time.
It's red-haired teen Mare? Who's Mare?
There.
M-A-R-E. Or maybe it's Mare.
M-A-R-E. Mare. I don't know.
Could be.
I totally messed up the shading here. Oh well. Maybe we could just forget about that layer. Doesn't look that good without the layer. Okay, try again.
Frequent visitor Craig Draws says, do you order or muda?
Ora.
Depends on...
Who's a muda? Who's that?
I have no idea what he's talking.
Is that a different character? Is that a JoJo character?
If it's him, it's probably if it's Craig Draws, I think
It's probably a JoJo character.
because I know of a meaning for Muda, but I'm not going to say it on stream.
Oh,
so.
is it? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said it at all.
Well, no, he's probably not referring to the meaning that came to my head. I just have a bad mind, I guess.
Okay. Soul Chapman says, there's a button to get rid of all the lines?
Get rid of all the
I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about the rulers that you were using earlier. But you just made them manually yourself, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean a button to create lines instead?
I'm not really sure. He said there's a button to get rid of all the lines, question mark?
Oh, well...
I think it was just the rulers that you made.
These lines, I just drew them on a separate layer.
Yeah.
And then just turn them on and off like this. Yeah.
Have you ever looked for something so long and then you forget what you're looking for?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I can't remember.
Third base.
Did you not see what I did there?
No, I saw what you did.
Okay.
I was trying to do like I forgot stuff too.
Yeah.
I did an
Okay, so I need
Costello
that
joke.
later.
I think we'd make a good. That would have been a good skit if we were on stage as a comedy duo.
Probably.
But because it wasn't, I was kind of like, wait, did he actually get it? I'm like,
it was like I got it.
we need to like line each other. Did you get that joke?
It was like,
No,
I got it.
Hand signals.
I got it.
No, it was like +1 or +1 or something. It's
and
+1.
one.
I think it's like when you like know the joke and then you just add on top of it and then you just keep going.
It's like when Wolf does exactly what people say.
Oh yeah, when they're trying to
goes
do
one
reverse
extra,
psychology,
and he unsubscribes because
they say don't unsubscribe. I'm like, okay.
Okay, here we go.
Look, what do you want from me?
No, they say don't subscribe, and then so you say okay, and you just don't subscribe.
Craig says it was me, Dio. Must be a JoJo character.
JoJo.
Yeah.
Right. Did you another? People won't stop with asking about Jump Force. We're not playing Jump Force.
What's Jump Force?
Mostly because we don't have a PlayStation here. It's just a game that was shipped before it was finished, and so the animations are instead of people walking, it's they just leave the screen like this.
Nice. All right, I'll have to look that
until
up
they
later.
screen, until they're off screen.
Cool.
It's a brilliant meme.
I haven't seen that. Wow, that's bad. You know what? I probably might have seen it. I just don't remember it. That happens a lot.
Yeah, well, there's just so many memes on the internet, and yeah.
So do you think
that's what the internet's good for?
Do you think there'll be an end to this meme culture?
No.
I don't think there will be.
That's what memes are. They're basically just genes that propagate for ever. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, so what Sol Chapman was talking about was actually when you I think you turned off the line art layer.
Oh.
So he was just surprised that you could turn that off.
There?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so what's happening is Wolf is drawing on multiple layers. There's a line layer, color layer. There's saturation, desaturation layer, highlight layer.
Yeah,
so obviously
probably a bit hard to see, but in this,
there'll be a delay.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a delay. But in this, oh wait, give me a
drawable layer.
Drawable layer. There we go.
All right, a little close the window. When you're looking.
Have you saved, by the way?
No.
Oh my god.
Living on the edge.
In this
oh my god,
area over here, I have about I don't know, like 12 layers.
It's a danger zone.
I use a lot of layers.
Yeah, they can kind of see it. They can kind of see it.
It's slightly on the stream, I can see. But yeah, so that there's a bunch of layers.
All right, so this is making me kind of nervous. So before you do anything else.
Well, I didn't really care if it was deleted, so I was just warm up.
Listen, you don't care.
Oh, I guess you need it for later or something. Well, I think I'm pretty much done.
Look,
so
he's like pointing to your big stupid head right there. Look at him over there. That's funny. So everyone on the stream, it looks kind of crazy right now.
Okay, you're good.
All right. So I think this is as far as I'm going with this drawing. Should I do something else? Or you guys want to switch and have someone else draw, or how do you want to do? All right.
Tony, you want to draw?
Ooh, oh, sure.
And just go ahead and resave that, and then you could.
What am I drawing, people? I have no idea.
Well, first of all, maybe just for a split second.
Oh, zoom in.
Should we just have a quick zoom in, and then Wolf, if you go over a little bit more about what was happening here.
I mean, it's hard to describe without like showing all the different layers. But do you want me to talk about like the process of drawing?
I mean, not in too much detail. Just okay. So maybe it's easier if I just ask you a couple questions. So you've gone for a more like detailed style of lip than is common in anime.
Oh,
would you draw a mouth like this for like game art at a Japanese company? I'm interested to know.
Possibly. I mean, it depends on what the assignment is. So you have things called like anime nudie is like your standard like animation type of drawing, which you wouldn't really have as much gradation. It would be a lot of very stark edged. I don't know if stark edged is
like the shade. This is more hard edge shading.
Yeah, hard edge shading. It's like cell shading, right?
Yeah.
And then, if you're doing like card art for a game, they might do like a little like a amalgamation of the anime style plus like a little bit of gradation, and that way you'll have like the hard edges, but you also have some gradation underneath it, which is sort of what's going on with her hair, because her hair has a gradation layer underneath it, but then it also has the hard edges and it also has the gradation in the highlights.
Is there a special name for that when there's like a mixture of hard edge shading and?
I don't remember if there was.
I think there is a word for it. There's anime nudie. There's
Well, on the other far end, you have Atsunuri.
Atsunuri. There's definitely one in the middle. There's definitely one in the middle.
So when I was at work, a lot of times it wasn't just one in the middle. So like what they usually would, how they would usually define it is how many layers of color you want to add. So like if you're just having the base layer with a shadow layer, hard edged, and some small highlights, that's anime nudie, right? But then they might ask you to have like a 3-layered one, and that's when you add the gradation, or you might add like some more like light colors. And then they might ask for 4 or 5, and when you get to like 5, then you're doing like filtered effects and things in there as well.
So it's like shades of gray. Would you say there's like 50 of them or so?
I don't know. What do you mean by shades of gray? Sorry, I'm sorry.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I got you.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it worked. Okay. I was like, he's gonna see right through me. Nope. Didn't.
Nope.
Yes.
No,
It's like mission accomplished.
I'm not super toned into the grades of shades and stuff. So
It's probably for the best. It's the worst.
Yep.
So also, I'm interested to know. You've gone for quite thick line artwork.
Yeah, that I would not do regularly. That was just because the setting was I couldn't figure out how to get it to
It just
work
had a thick line. I mean, it looks great. This is kind of like that. It's like, you know when they do the color illustration for a manga?
Yep.
And like it's still manga illustration, but it's now colored.
Right.
But when you would do like straight up illustration where it's always really, really thin lines and practically no lines at all.
Right. Especially anime is extremely thin. Manga is a little bit thicker. But for work, I would not be able to hand this in because this line work is just way too messy. Like,
well, this is a live stream.
Since it was a live stream, I just
we don't have time to do the cleanup. Yeah,
I did it with the settings that were already on hand, so I didn't like actually mess with it at all. But yeah, if it was for work, I would actually probably use a vector layer because you could do that with
So is that quite common for at work? Do they prefer to have vector layers?
I do. So
okay, they don't specify
everyone uses different software. So Clip Studio has vector layers, other ones don't. I use vector layers particularly for my line art because it makes it very easy to clean up stuff. So if I can show you really quick, see if I can.
Do you want the menus back?
Yeah, if you could just let's see if I add a vector layer, right? So that's not a brush. That's not the brush I want.
I'm surprised you can see anything because of glare.
Yeah, like that's another thing. I'm kind of partial to glares, but
I turned up the lights really brightly today, so
unavoidable today, I think. Where is the brush? Is this it?
Pencil.
Yeah.
That's pencil.
Pencil. Okay. And this is a vector layer now, I think.
I think the pencil tool probably doesn't work on the vector layer, does it?
Pencil tool works. It's fine. It's just that wasn't a vector layer apparently.
Okay.
All right. So like for example, if
it's pretty low down, by the way, the layer that you've created. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
So like if you were drawing something like this, right, and you wanted to, I don't know, say you have like a box or something, right, and you wanted to clean this up regularly with a non-vector layer. So let me just go ahead and make the same thing in a non-vector layer real quick, so I can show you how, like, I would draw this box, then I have to kind of go in here and kind of be like, okay, I'm gonna clean up that line.
It's possible that you never get it quite
even then
perfect.
That's not quite right. But then if you go to the vector layer, where's the vector layer? There it is. You can just go swipe. Oh, you don't have it set up right. Hold on.
You have to have it.
Yeah, so if you go over here to here, this setting, the second one over, it will set it up. So now if I just swipe, it will automatically just delete to wherever the intersection is. So there you go, I got a clean square. And it's that much faster.
Right. So not just art for art's sake, but as a professional tool that you may need to end up using at work. This could save you hours and hours and hours of time.
Yeah.
Really interesting. Okay, well, anyway, we got more time to ask Wolf. I mean, Wolf's now going to be on chat, so you can chat to him directly. In the meantime, I'm gonna save Wolf's beautiful artwork here.
I already saved a good version. This is the messed up one where I was showing the vector layer. So
it's okay. It's and then I'm going to open up a new canvas.
See. Shades of grey.
The canvas, please. All right.
So now you've got access to Wolf on chat. Is it okay if he uses your iPad to chat?
No. Yep. Of course.
It'll show up. I guess if he does actually chat. Oh no, but you can just say it to the camera actually. You don't have to write it in the chat.
Let's see.
So
I wish I understood
do we have
the-
a theme for Tony, or are you just
Yeah.
going to freestyle?
Well, I gotta warm up anyway, so.
Yep.
Yeah, do a little warm up, and if you guys have something you'd like to see Tony draw, well, first of all, Valentine's Day has just come and gone.
Oh yeah, that's
White
right.
Day coming
Coming
up
up,
in a
yep.
few weeks.
Why not Black Day? Why gotta be White Day? I'm just saying.
Well, Valentine's Day we get chocolates.
I'm just saying. You know. That's right.
Had to
Privilege.
go there. Had to go.
Privilege.
Anyway, so White Day is coming out in a few weeks, so there'll be that.
Yep.
And if you're not familiar with what White Day is, it's this. I think it's just a Hallmark holiday invented by Japan
Yep.
See.
to sell more chocolate, as if they hadn't sold enough in February.
Although, actually, I hear it. White Day, you can just give candy. It does not have to be chocolate.
If they know what's right for them, they're
Yep.
gonna bring me some
And I
candy.
think
Some
Yeah.
chocolate. They're gonna bring me
I
some
think
chocolate.
candy was a better thing.
And candy's better.
Yeah, there's like rules. So apparently, the way it works is Valentine's Day is the day for the woman to kind of express her interest in a guy by
Yeah,
giving
yeah.
him chocolate, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the guy returns by
Oh,
giving
yeah.
by giving something back to her on White Day.
It's called a milkman.
And if he's not, and you have to double check me on the internet, like Google search this to be sure. But I think that the way it was, if the guy's not interested in the girl, the most
Slap it out of her hands.
no, you give her a marshmallow, I believe.
Dude, that's just cold-blooded. That's just mean.
That is pretty mean.
And I
Just
think-
say, like, I don't like you.
And I
I'm
think-
doing this.
I think candy is the way that you say that you are interested in the girl. And then I think there's also another meaning for like a cookie or something, but I can't remember.
Can I just say,
Yep.
whoever's following this system is screwing it up completely. Just give them all candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a couple girls
You
named
just give
Candy.
them all the candy.
I know a couple girls named Candy. And
What?
No,
What was,
look, how are you gonna name
what was that?
Look, how are you gonna name your
candy.
how are you gonna name your girl Candy? That's all I'm saying. He's like, she's just destined for the pole.
Well, did I tell you the story of what my wife was considering? We're still up in debate. But if we have a boy, she was thinking to name him what was it? What was it?
Skittles?
Hold on, I have to
How was
remember.
that relevant?
Wow.
Sorry, I'm just
Oh, she wanted to have him the name. His name would be Taro.
Okay.
His middle name would be Toraman. Yep. So my name is
Like Tiger Man?
yeah, exactly. So we're not
That's
there yet.
awesome.
We're not there yet.
We're not at the punchline
That's even
yet.
better.
The reason why she wanted that name is because since my name is Wolf, and in Japanese you say Wolf as Urufu. In Japan, they often just take the first two syllables to make a short abbreviations of people's names. So if you
Okay.
put the name together in Japanese, you could call him Urutoraman Taro.
Oh my god. That is awesome.
Yep.
Ultraman.
Ultraman Taro. That's all right. I approve this.
Yep.
I would have
That's
reacted more, but I've heard the story.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, that's
Thank
what.
you.
Just for you.
Thank
Tony.
you. That's awesome.
Still not decided though.
wait, what's going on? This thing's like going
Omae
back.
almost shinderu. Craig says you're dead already.
Yeah, that's about
You know
right.
that. You do know what that's from, though.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Hokuto no Ken or
Okay.
Fist of the North Star.
One of them, yeah.
That's actually one of the first anime I ever watched. I think the first
Really?
one I watched was Akira,
Uh-huh.
and then I think Fist of the North Star was the second one. So that's what got me
Alright.
hooked on anime.
Cool.
We've
So
talked about this like every stream, but ours was like Macross. Well,
Macross.
mine was Macross. What
Macross.
was yours? Macross?
Macross.
Yeah.
Macross.
That's the only thing that matters in this
I
world.
could watch that
Macross.
from episode 1 to 100 over and over and over and over again. I love it so much.
So let me tell you
Those are
something.
the good old days of anime, I'd have to say.
So when I was back in the States, they have it on Netflix. And let me tell you, okay, don't watch Robotech. Watch Macross, because Robotech will make you sad. Because it doesn't age very well.
Oh, really?
Robotech.
Okay.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Huh.
Surprisingly.
They're,
Surprisingly.
in my
So-
opinion, though, I actually prefer Rick Hunter's voice in the American dub.
Yeah.
In the Japanese version,
Ah.
he sounds kind of like a doofus.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, hey, oh,
Yeah.
Minmay. Minmay. But in the American dub,
Yeah.
he's like a legend. He's just like
Really?
He's basically Cloud Strife in a plane
Oh, hey, look.
from Final Fantasy VII.
Cloud. What is it?
Don't bring Cloud
Why
into
is he in a
this.
plane?
Don't
Oh,
you bring
gotcha.
Cloud into this. Yeah.
Oh, so we got a request
What is
from
it?
Atmosphere.
Oh.
He says, or he or she, I don't know, just says, draw a mousetrap as a waifu.
A mousetrap as a waifu. Okay.
It's
Let's
a part of an
see.
idea.
Yep, that's
We
one
could-
idea.
We could bring
Alright.
parts of the ideas together until eventually it forms art.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. So, let's think.
Someone's first anime ever was Sword Art Online? Oh no, first anime ever was Sonic?
Sonic.
Oh, there was a Sonic anime, wasn't there? Was
How do
that
you
made
draw
in Japan
Sonic?
though? I don't remember.
I actually don't know.
How do you draw Sonic?
The
I know-
Sonic anime is incredible.
I've never
Yeah.
drawn Sonic before. Let me see if I can do it real fast.
Actually, that's looking pretty good. Oh, yeah.
But
I don't remember.
Without any reference.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I should be doing. Trying to draw characters without reference.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. If anyone else has any other character you want to just try out.
Let's see what.
I'm liking this so far. Although I think he has more like more spikes going down his back too, right?
Oh shoot.
It's kind of like a mix between Sonic and Bart Simpson right now, which still works.
Well, I'm still working at it. I'm still working it out. Let's see.
it's more
No,
he's like Gotenks. He's got more sand hair going all the way down.
Right. Oh, you mean the actual Sonic? Yeah.
Actually, I should
Or
make
did
him
you
like-
mean that this was a fusion between like?
No, I
Bart
meant
Simpson?
like Sonic, like the hair spikes going all the way back.
Yeah.
It's actually kind
It
of.
was called Sonic X.
Yeah, I remember.
It was
watching
when I
some of
was
that.
3.
What? So
Someone was watching anime when they were 3.
Jeez.
I forgot. Was that actually produced by a Japanese
I actually
studio
don't know.
or an American one?
But even if it was, maybe
definitely
like,
looked like
probably the
anime.
title animation was probably animated by Japan,
Oh yeah.
and then the animation itself was
Yeah.
probably done by G.I. Joe or
Right.
something.
Wait, how do you?
It
wait,
might
how
have been
does
all Japan though.
I don't think
remember.
you've ever seen Sonic, have you?
I haven't seen Sonic in a long time.
you remember
Hold on, I'm trying to figure it out.
It's got a little
Do you
bit of
remember the
Mario going on
Bonanza
there, too.
Brothers?
Yeah.
It was a
Hold on.
Japan-only Mega Drive game.
Yeah. I do not.
I'm
remember
getting
that.
Rayman. You've drawn Rayman.
Oh yeah, it's got
No.
like a Rayman feel.
Hold on, let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out like how to draw Sonic real fast. This is crazy.
Well, first of all, the color's wrong. Why are you drawing Sonic with
Look.
red?
Because I don't. Like
Ah,
blue.
and Knuckles.
Ah.
And Knuckles.
When's it keep it going back? This.
Yeah, I don't know. It was doing that for me too. I think maybe
you
it's
have
like
some
your
s-
hand maybe touching it, or
No, it's
I
like
don't
some
know.
undo thing. I think.
Maybe it's like some static. Like every once in a while, for some reason, when you go to pick your brush,
Yeah.
it will actually move the canvas.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
You know, I've seen that happen as well.
we all have our little peculiarities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Forget Sonic. I'm trying to draw this rat
What
trap waifu.
What is MSGZZ?
MSG, ZenZ.
Majing? Is it Mazinger? No? I don't know what MSG is.
Isn't that what you put in like food?
Ajinomoto.
Yeah. That's actually pretty good.
Medibang paint. What are we talking about? Oh man, trying to understand what's going on in chat is the hardest thing.
It's so hard sometimes
It's like trying to listen to 8 conversations at the same time.
Yeah.
because it's like being in the head of a insane person.
Wait a minute. Just let me look at your chat.
That Sonic looks like he got his hair cut in a bear trap.
Oh,
Yeah.
Craig.
I don't think this
I'll
chat
make-
is
I'll make this
updating
a-
over here.
Sonic
just
waifu.
show me.
It looks like he lost a
Sonic
huge amount of
waifu.
weight.
Hold on. I got it.
Sonic waifu. There
Sonic
you go.
waifu. There we
Dude,
go.
pretty
there we
much
go.
every Sonic fan art is a Sonic waifu.
Fair enough.
The way that they draw them.
Oh, see, it did it again. Jeez. All right, let's try this. Sonic waifu. Let's see. God dang it.
I don't think the stream's updating on this side. I haven't gotten any new.
Just close, drag the video down and then reset it.
Oh, okay.
All right, Sonic waifu. Let's see. That's not hard enough.
It probably just needs to be brought. Yeah, drag it down, slide it to the right, and then just re-click on this stream. Where is it? Or just type Doki Doki Drawing into
Okay,
this.
sounds good.
Oh, here. Oh, wait.
Oh, there we go.
Should reset.
Yeah, I think it's an undo feature. Something's happening where if you touch the side, because I'm noticing brushstrokes leave when I
Okay, so everyone's quite excited that they managed to trap you into drawing another gender bender.
Yep.
Oh, okay, nice.
They're quite proud that they've fooled you.
They
into
fooled
this.
me. I'm trying to think of a good pose. Let me think of a pose real fast. A very.
They're like, oh no, Sonic fanfics incoming.
Sorry for delay. I have a question from Shiro Yasha. He says, what other features of Clip Studio do you know aside from the vector thing? One thing I can mention real quick is it has a really good perspective tool where you could do like 2-point perspective, 1-point perspective, 3-point perspective. It automatically makes the lines line up with the perspective you choose. So I won't go into the details about that, but yeah, look it up. It's pretty cool.
That'll definitely be something we'll try and cover in a future video. Because now we're using the Wacom more in videos. It's
Yep.
going to be much easier to
I was doing a lot
explore
of
features.
mecha in my last job, and I used a lot of perspective for that, for doing like mechs and like robots and stuff. It's really useful.
trying to figure out a pose real fast. Once I get the pose, I'll get going.
Hold on, there's a really brilliant comment in here. Where's it gone?
I also have a question from Bianca about how did you start working in video games and how did you start working in Japan? That's a really long answer, so I say check out my channel and look at my Japan Quest series, and I go vid by vid of the whole history. But in short, I quit my job as an English teacher. I went to basically video game and design school for 3 years, and then I did the job hunting with all the other Japanese applicants, and eventually found a job after about like half a year to a year of looking. So it was not easy.
Did you speak Japanese before you came to Japan?
I studied Japanese before I came to Japan, but when I came here, I couldn't hear properly, so I couldn't pick up what people were saying to me. So this is the key to opening up your ears to be able to learn Japanese.
Watch
to
anime.
be able to hear it. Yeah, well, 50% yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because this is what I did every day at lunch. I would either watch a Japanese drama or a Japanese anime, and anime actually works pretty good because what you do is you read the manga for that's associated with that specific episode, and then you watch the anime without any subtitles, but you kind of remember the story from reading the manga, right? And then and read the manga in Japanese, right? Translating it with your electric dictionary as you go. I guess you don't use electric dictionary nowadays. You can just use Google. But
There's an app, yeah.
Yeah, but then so after watching it once, watch it a second time with the subtitles on. So now you get like a reinforcing of what the meanings of all the words were. And then watch it a third time without any subtitles again, just raw. And by the third time you watch it, you can almost predict what they're going to say before they say it, so your ears are kind of expecting to hear those words. And it just that did a lot for me. In about like a month of doing that, all of a sudden I could start hearing what people were saying, and it like changed everything.
And I would say that it's easier for people to have access to that now, because before the only subs you could find were like when someone handed you a VHS, right? And it was hard subbed in. But now that we've got apps like Crunchyroll, I assume you can just turn the subtitles off.
I hope so. I don't have access to Crunchyroll over
I know. We're not allowed to use it in Japan.
Don't sponsor us.
But I assume because on Netflix,
but if you could,
you can turn them on and off.
Right. And that makes it a lot easier because you can be okay, but this time with off, next time on. And now keep in mind though that this is in addition to doing your regular study of like Japanese grammar and vocabulary as well. But this is just in terms of being able to hear and
right. So it's not a shortcut, but this is
you can't just do this and learn Japanese. You have to do the whole package.
Sorry, there's a brilliant comment here. It says, Tony's about to go full deviant art.
Yeah, dude. That's that's good. That's good.
I see that coming.
Full deviant
Full
art.
deviant art. You got that right.
Full
That's
DA.
actually very good.
That's like, does this still exist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it does. I have an account on there actually. I haven't updated in like a long time, but
I haven't even. I used to have an account.
Yeah.
Maybe it's still there, but I haven't visited it for about 6
It's probably
years.
still there unless you erased it.
People used to steal some of my art and like put it on other people's channels. I was like, what the heck?
Jeez.
I had like 6 pictures of them. What's going on?
There's just
They're really
those 6 pictures
scraping the barrel now.
I realize that I keep messing up by doing full figures, and so that's what makes my
the proportions.
No, my proportions are fine. It's just that's what makes my drawings take so long.
Have any of you seen Violet Evergarden? I'm actually not familiar with this.
No.
This is an anime. Are you familiar with this? Violet Evergarden.
What's it about?
Is it a new one? I have a funny feeling Misato said she had seen it.
What's it about?
No, she saw Darling in the Franxx. I don't know. Tell us what it's about. If it's safe for work.
yeah. Good point.
Craig says you don't want to go back to DAA. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I think Instagram ate their lunch, man.
Yeah, it seems to be the new thing now, which I haven't really gotten a handle on, so I don't know what I'll do. But you've been doing a lot of Instagram, right, Tony?
A little bit, nothing too crazy.
What's up, Beef?
I was kind of waiting to see what's going on with the comic stuff before I.
Question for you, Wolf.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the chat.
Well,
Sorry, keep talking, Tony.
Oh no! I was kind of waiting to see what's going on with the comic stuff to see before I see what the plan is for my.
What the comic culture is gonna be on Instagram?
No, like if we're doing this comic.
Oh, for the Doki Doki thing.
For the Doki Doki.
Hey, this is a good time. Unfortunately, Kathy's not here today, but we can. Well, she could just watch the stream, I suppose.
Right.
In fact, she should already be watching it, so she should know.
Yeah.
But we're gonna bring back to life the comic project, which Kathy, Wolf, and myself.
Been a long while.
Yeah, it's been a long while.
Yeah.
A lot of things have changed since then, but it should be even more fun now because we've got Tony with us.
I'm sorry.
What?
No, I'm joking. That's just joking.
Start with an apology.
Yeah.
It's the best way. That's how you go into an interview.
Yeah.
I just want to start with I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I think it'll be really interesting. I mean, there's a lot of ways we could take it.
Yep.
Depending on who's got how much time, depending on, because we've got day jobs as well.
Right.
We could do collaborations on like a Yonkoma or something, or we could even have all separate comics. I think personally I'd like to at least try drawing my own thing. But it doesn't have to be like a 45-page one shot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
How about you? What do you think? What would you if in an ideal situation, if you had all the time in the world, how would you like to take it?
Well, if I had all the time in the world, I would probably just make a comic each. But I don't think I have enough time to do a comic myself right now because I think different people have different styles. But when I was actually drawing manga pages, it would take me a good 8 hours per page. So if you're talking about
Wait a second.
like a 32-page comic, or at the very least 16, that's still 16 days worth of work, not 16 days before it's done. So that's probably going to be like 3-4 months with my current schedule.
Yeah, I think it would take a long. It'll take a long time. But we're going to get that back on track. How about you, Tony? How would you, if you had an ideal situation, how would you take it?
I'm thinking, I do it myself. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do like a
Sonic waifu.
Sonic waifu. No, it'll be more like what's going on right now with like a strip comic, joke of the day kind of stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm down.
Joke of the day.
Yeah.
So.
I'm doing daily.
Like 4 panels.
4 panel stuff like that.
3 panels or 4 panels?
4.
And is that because you prefer the story arc of a 4-panel comic, or just because?
No, just because that's.
I think 4 is pretty standard, right?
Yeah, it's 4.
In America, like
3 or 4.
Well, we're not talking about America. We're talking about
True.
Japan.
Oh, right.
We're talking about freedom.
But in the newspaper, a lot of the main comics we'd read in the newspapers were always like 3 comics, weren't they? Like what was the one? Blondie. Do you remember Blondie?
I didn't really read comics in the newspaper.
That's where I grew up. I grew up with the Fun Day Times.
Yeah.
It was a little insert that they put into the British Sunday Times newspaper.
Yeah. The only one I remember reading was I think it was only actually one drawing. It was what was that
The
guy's
Far
name?
Side Gallery.
Yeah, Far Side. Yeah, that was good stuff.
That was
awesome.
incredible.
So you said there was a good question that you were going to get to when we were finished.
Oh, was it not? It's probably gone by, but I can find it again.
Well, I have another question from Heath Knopf. He's asking, how did Nihongo Gamer get so talented in multiple fields?
Ignore him. Ignore him. Pandering. Banned for pandering. I'm joking. Thanks for the comment, Heath. It's almost Heath's birthday.
Oh, he's trying to get some gifts.
He's trying to get gifts. Oh, is that what's going on? You're pandering so that we're going to give you gifts, huh? Oh, I see. I see what's going on. No, there was a really good question for you, Wolf.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was something about why did you choose like video game artistry as a career?
Well, so
what was it's from Prajwal Kumar.
Yeah.
What was your inspiration to become a video game artist?
All right, so there's a lot of ways I can answer that. I guess one thing I could mention is that when I was studying manga and actually drawing manga pages, they mentioned at one point that we had like a talk, and the guy who was giving the talk, he said, don't try to become a manga artist unless you really, really love manga and can't live without it. And when I heard that, I was like, yeah, I like manga. I definitely like manga. This is what I'm going to do. But the more that I kind of thought about it more, I realized, if I spent a month without reading a manga, I'd probably be fine. I could get by. It wouldn't really bother me. But if I had a month where I couldn't touch a video game, it would kind of drive me crazy. Like I would feel kind of like edgy and stuff. I'd be like, I just because that's just like such a core part of my life. And I looked back at like when I was like 10, 12 years old, I had paper games that I used to make, where it was like I would like draw like maps on paper, and I would have like hidden secrets and stuff. And so I realized that I always since I was very young, I liked making games. And even after that, I started doing TRPGs like Dungeons and Dragons.
So we don't know we're not as nerdy.
I know what that is.
Yeah, well, you know what Dungeons and Dragons is. That's why I said like Dungeons and Dragons. Everyone knows Dungeons and Dragons, right? You may not know the you may have heard of it at least.
Right. I know Fortnite, and Apex.
Look, if you play video games,
what is Dungeons and Schmagons?
If you play any sort of video game, you have Dungeons and Dragons to thank for it.
Yep.
Truth.
That's where it all came
That's
from. That's where the whole RPG started from.
Yep.
Dungeons and Dragons. So I did that. I used to play that a lot. So I always was into making games, and so I decided that that's really what I should be doing. So that's why I went into gaming. Does that answer the question for the most part? I forgot. Yeah, inspiration. Yep. So.
Awesome. That's I think that's probably the exactly the answer that they were looking for.
Yep.
Is something like, how do I choose? Because I've also got like 6 interests or something, right?
Right.
It
So
might be
figure
like,
out which
how do
one you can't live without.
Right,
or, like,
yeah.
you couldn't see yourself not doing.
Though, sometimes do you not find that if you choose the thing that you cannot live without,
Yep.
and it becomes your 8-hour grind every day, or
Right.
9-hour grind,
and
or
sometimes
more
it becomes a
often
problem,
10-hour
yeah.
grind,
Right.
you're kind of like, now I kind of wish I could go a day without this.
There definitely are like aspects of keeping things as a hobby rather than becoming professional. Once you're in it as a job, it's not as enjoyable. But I would say if you're gonna spend, especially for me, because in Japan people generally work very long hours, and I realized right then that if I was in a job where I had to work 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day doing something I didn't care about, that would ruin my life a lot worse than spending 8 to 10 hours a day doing something that I did care about. So.
Agreed.
Ooh, I'm liking the feeling of that.
Let's go on with Knuckles instead.
Yeah, I was about to say it doesn't look much like Sonic, but
Yes,
it is.
Sonic is boring. Knuckles is where it's at.
What is Knuckles again? He's
like a hedgehog or something.
No,
Not
he's not a hedgehog. That's Sonic.
What's it called?
He's, what is it called?
Damn it.
Someone will know.
But he knows the way.
Yep.
Heath, I just saw Heath's comment saying I'm officially 19 now. Happy birthday!
Hey, happy birthday,
Yay.
Heath.
It's a good year.
Spending it with
Turning
us.
19 in 2019.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, someone's got a very convenient way of always knowing what age they are.
I know, right?
That'd be pretty good once you're around my age and you start forgetting, you know.
Yeah, like how old am I again? Yeah.
I'm gonna go get you guys some drinks. Do you
Yes,
want that?
I do want drink. What is it?
Fizzy or non-fizzy?
Fizzy.
Non-fizzy.
Non-fizzy.
Sorry to mix it up.
Tea or like an energy drink?
Oh, tea would be nice.
Green tea?
Not green.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Oh man, this stupid
I'm
thing.
just going to the drinks machine.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, you know the latte? Is that still there? Yeah.
Okay, sure. Actually, yeah. Oh, well, you don't drink coffee, do you?
Oh yeah, I do.
You do. Do you want a coffee instead? It's a cold canned coffee from the machine.
Probably not.
Okay, I'll get you the Mets then.
Okay.
The go-go juice.
See, I like coffee, but I like the non-coffee coffees, like the ones that have a bunch of like caramel and things in them.
Ah,
So
gotcha.
I'm scared to say yes. I want coffee, and there's good like.
The next thing you know, it's like,
It's
yeah,
like bitter, like. Thing.
yeah. No, I hear you.
Kaguya-sama's manga is great.
I'm trying to do something a little bit different here. I'm not gonna drop full body like I always do. So, all right. It's weird. I haven't been using Clip Studios, so.
What are you using?
Like right now, I've been just messing around with Procreate, just trying to figure it out.
Oh yeah.
So.
I have to try that out. Although, it's for iPad specifically?
Yeah. This thing keeps doing this.
I was thinking about getting an iPad, but I don't know. I'm still just debating about whether to get an iPad or just get a Microsoft Surface.
Oh, that's good too,
Yeah.
from what I hear.
Critical Role, yeah. Atmosphere was mentioning it. That is a good. If anyone doesn't know Dungeons and Dragons, check out Critical Role. That'd be a good introduction to it.
Oh.
I'm definitely gonna be teaching my kids Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes. Get them
Good
started
stuff.
early.
Yeah. I mean, I think I learned probably more math and vocabulary playing Dungeons and Dragons than I did in school.
That's actually a very good observation.
Right.
I think I learned more about. Yeah, it improved my imagination so much.
Oh, not to mention history as well. Just like learning
Right.
about the old school like weapons and armor and like how like customs about inns and whatnot. Yeah.
No, like people. Ooh, what's going on here? Oh, it's a pattern. Oops.
What happened? Oh, he did the pattern there.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't do manga, that'd be helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, people want to. A lot of people talk about not good things about Dungeons and Dragons, but man, they've done so much to improve our lives in so many different ways. So, no, I love it. I'm thankful for it. Kept me out of trouble as a kid.
Yeah, and I think it's actually kind of having a new boom now with the internet. You know, being able to actually live stream it and stuff.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about trying to do a live stream with good old Nihongo Gamer, but I don't think he's totally on the,
it'll be a nightmare with him.
Table Talk RPG chain. Like, he told me the story about when you tried it when you were a kid and it didn't go very well. So.
Have I told that stream? Have I told that story on stream?
I think that was a.
I can only imagine what it was like.
Yeah.
I arrived at my friend's house and they said we're going to be playing some games. And at the time, I didn't know that game could be anything other than Super Mario.
Right.
So I arrive at the door.
Sounds about right.
And I'm like, yo, what's up, guys? I open the door. And my friend's like this. It's like... and he did the... It was like this. It was a top-down strike. Yeah. And the katana ends right by my nose, like this.
That is not Dungeons and Dragons.
And I was like, why do you even have a katana in your house? Or Nihonto, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm guessing it was a katana.
Yeah, and...
Was it curved?
That much I don't remember.
Okay.
I think it probably was curved. I think it probably was curved. In any case,
exactly.
But it wasn't like a broadsword, you know what I mean? It was definitely a Japanese-style sword. It turns out his dad was an importer and was often in Asia, and so would bring a lot of these like gifts back to the house, or just things to have in the house.
Yeah.
Well, they were playing Dungeons and Dragons, and they said, okay, make a character. And so I made my character, and obviously we're like trekking around, and he's telling the story, and I just could not stop laughing. Yeah. I was giggling my brains out, and they're like, geez. I'm sorry, you have to go.
Wow.
I was like, I just got here. You made me roll this godforsaken dice so that I could choose a bunch of numbers, which I thought I thought I was going to get some armor or something. You're just playing with a piece of paper.
But that's the same thing.
The whole game was just a piece of paper. Anyway, so I was
The whole game's not the piece of paper. It's the imagination that grows from that.
It was stupid, so I left. I mean, and by left, I mean I got kicked out.
That's why that's why we don't know if we ever will be a D&D
they may not be a They may not be a stream.
I had a regular game that was going on, but... Whoa! The thing just freaked out.
Yeah, what?
I had a regular game that was going on, but... we hit a point in the story where there was nothing written, so we kind of took we're in hiatus for like the last couple of months.
Yeah, I've been waiting to get in on that.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought the story was completely made up on the spot.
Well, no. Everyone has their own style.
So you read, but in general, it's like the...
Garbage campaigns are made up on the spot.
Oh, okay. But a lot of them you read from
I would disagree with that to some extent.
Okay.
I think if you just make up everything on the spot, it's a garbage campaign. But what I used to do is I put all my energy into developing the world. So I didn't make the story. I just made, these are the characters, and these are how the characters are to act, and this is what the things are that are hidden in what areas. Like, think of, like, Legend of Zelda, the first one, where you don't really have, like, characters coming up and saying, hey, listen to me, you know, it's just you have this world, and you go and you find secrets, and you go to dungeons, and you kill things, right? That's what my games were like. So.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it really depends on the DM as well, too.
Yeah, DM, I've been noticing that, too, because I've been trying to get into it again in Japan, and...
If the DM's not good, it'll ruin the campaign.
I finally found a DM that is more or less I'm pretty having a good time with, and I'm gonna go play with them tomorrow. But sometimes you have these DMs, and it's like seriously, like it's the opposite where they have the whole thing planned out, and they'll have like a paper, and they'll be reading off of the paper the whole time, like okay, you go to this place, and blah, 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 and you're like reading, and like they just read this whole like diaphragm of backstory and stuff, and they're like okay, and now you can move here. Oh, and this is the thing that was crazy. Like the one time I was playing. Mm-hmm. And there was like what was it? I was a dwarf, and there was a bookshelf, and the DM said that on the other side of the bookshelf you heard goblins, and he had this all like laid out on like a grid paper thing in front of us, right? And you have all these like very defined rules about how you can move 3 spaces and attack, and you have your 1 action per turn or whatever. And I said, okay, I take my axe. Oh no! I think I said I kick the bookshelf so it falls over on them. Mm-hmm. And everyone at the table just turned around. They're like, "Wow, how did you think of that?"
Because they don't do any role playing. That's what's.
They're always just glued to the grid paper, thinking like, okay, I move 2 spaces. I do this. It's like, you just told me that there was a bookshelf and there were goblins at the other end. Of course, I'm gonna kick it over on top of them.
Right. Yeah. I think depending on like how. If you've had lot good experiences...
One sec. I'm just going to turn up the volume. Oh, it's up already. I'm just waiting for an announcement to come up on stream. Oh, okay, you can go back to drawing now.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, like, if you've had good experiences and had, like, good campaigns and stuff like that...
Yeah.
Oh, whoa!
I've been waiting for this new stream for centuries. Ensan's t-shirt reminds me of the early episodes of Stick Envy.
Oh, yeah. Good days.
Glad you guys get together again. Thank you very much. I am Dot for the $5. I don't know what A stands for. Maybe it's Asia. I don't know what country it is. But thank you very much for the
maybe Australia.
super chat.
Australia.
It could be Australia.
Maybe.
Thank you very much.
Because they're not asleep.
For the super chat.
Yep.
We've been waiting for the new stream. I mean, okay,
Yeah,
so let's.
because ever since the New Year, I've been wanting to get together.
Okay.
But you were in the States and you went to England for a while, right? I think.
I don't know what was going on, and then there was Evo Japan. I was in Fukuoka for that as well. So a lot of stuff has been happening, but if we finally, and I wrote this in the Discord as well, but getting everyone in the same place,
In the same country.
has been quite tricky. But we're all in Japan now, and we're very lucky that Wolf has a little extra time for maybe the next month or so.
Yeah, so it's a benefit of losing your job, right?
For the next month or so, Wolf.
Very positive, let's fit.
I wasn't gonna say it like that.
Yeah.
For the next month or
No,
so,
let me clarify.
Yeah.
I had to switch jobs, so I'm in between, and I have another job, so don't worry or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So until Wolf has
joke.
that full-time commitment and lots of other full-time commitments coming up for that, we got you a little more time. Maybe we can do a few more streams, make a few more episodes of this comic thing. Again, it doesn't have to be like a 16-page comic. We just want to sell something.
Right.
The act of
We just
making
wanna sell
an exchange.
stuff.
Yeah, and that. To put it simply, we just want money.
Basically.
No, the challenge is to see, and has always been from the beginning.
Yeah.
Is it impossible, just by nature of being foreign, to be able to go to Comic-Con or Comitia or any event and sell something? Or is it if your art is up to scratch, can you make some transactions and actually sell some stuff?
I'd say this is saying before we've actually tested it, but I have actually sold at Comic-Con and some other places. And I'd say being foreign actually definitely does pull their attention to you.
Okay.
But I think you have to have the art to back it up too.
Okay.
I know I've had a lot of people that did I don't know, you can't say a pity buy because it's more like a curiosity buy, I guess. It's like, oh, this foreigner's drawing manga. Okay, I'll buy your thing.
Yeah.
But then to get them to come back to buy more, then you kind of
Right.
have to.
Yeah.
Wait, so does my style? Does it have to be manga style? Or
No.
it can be
No,
anything?
not at all. Not at all.
But we are thinking about selling it at Comic-Con.
Yeah. So Comitia.
Committee, yeah. Thank you. I like
So do you
Comitia a
know
lot
the
better.
difference between Comic-Con and Comitia?
No, I don't.
Right, so we were looking into different events where we could sell, and Comic-Con is obviously the most famous one, but the whole point of Comic-Con is like fandom so hard that people want to make their own versions.
So it's all
of
doujin kinda.
Yeah, doujin, right? But Comitia is like the point of Comitia is to be original works. So we ended up settling on Comitia. What's up?
I saw Diego was talking about have you guys ever played Dwarf Fortress? I'm guessing you don't know what that is?
No, I
Oh
don't.
god, is this more at AD&D?
No, it's
Kinda
not.
hope
It's
so.
not D&D.
I'm all like, I hope so.
Dwarf Fortress is basically imagine that the gaming industry didn't care about graphics, and it just kept increasing and becoming more and more complex and more like in depth. But the graphics stayed at like 1980s level, like maybe even before 1980s, like where you don't even have like those like little like symbols on screen.
So
that's
eventually-
Dwarf Fortress.
Okay.
Is Dwarf Fortress a game?
Yeah, it's a game where like you have these like dwarves that are like building fortresses, and it's so detailed that like almost anything could happen. Like you could die because like a cat sneezed or something and it caused someone to catch a cold. Like it's really
So Fable, but in 8-bit.
Fable. If Fable was about 10 times as detailed. And what
I actually never
happened,
played Fable, but I remember reading about it.
Yeah,
There's
it
just
has, like, the
I've got this
lines of it.
idea.
So you asked if we played it. I've tried 2 times. I'm thinking right now about the 3rd time. Like right now, I have a bunch of things in my YouTube. What do you call it? The YouTube feed that's trying to push me back into it.
He's got a lot of Netflix he needs to watch, and so he doesn't have time for Dwarf Fortress.
Well, it's just that I love the idea of Dwarf Fortress, but it's extremely frustrating to try to play just because the user
nature of it.
interface is horrible, in my opinion. I'm sure there's ways to get around it, but I tried twice and it's just the first time the graphics were a little tough, but then I got past that. The second time the user interface was just too hard, so maybe I'll try a 3rd time and see if I can get into it after that. But I played Rogue. I played Rogue, like the original Rogue, for a while. That was pretty fun. And then I also played a couple Muds.
Ah, Muds. Oh my god.
Muds! Oh my god!
That's old school.
Boom! That takes me back.
That's old.
Wow, that
school.
word.
So you played it back in the day. Because I'm
Emote,
actually just getting into
when
it
you
now.
actually wrote the word emote,
right,
and then anything you want.
I kind of love it. I kind of want to make my own mud now.
Listen,
Oh.
at school, during computer class, every app was blocked apart from Telnet.
Right.
Telnet.
So there you go.
Wow.
Open up the muds.
Yep.
I'm not saying you should do that at class. Pay attention in school.
Although if you do it, you probably get away with it.
Yeah, they
You
probably
could probably
won't
get
know.
away.
They won't know what you're doing. They definitely won't know what you're doing.
So this question from Lethal Mind. What do you think of having fans and subscribers draw on your stream? I want to chat with you guys while it's drawing, and I live in Tokyo. I mean, it's possible, but we talk about it in the office and stuff. So we'll talk about it. Thanks for putting forward the idea, though. Really appreciate it. There was another one on here that I wanted to address.
Cat sneezes and dies from explosive gas. Yeah.
There was a... Where is it? There was one for Tony. Oh yeah. Atmosphere says she looks like the android from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I was definitely getting that vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it. Now I gotta change it.
No, you can just add a
Well,
little detail or something.
Why?
I think it works.
The hair looks like android from Dragon Ball, but
Let me change the
she
hair.
doesn't own that hairstyle. There
That's
are
true.
more than one woman on Earth who has short hair.
That is
Right.
true. That is true.
You can always just give her a hat or something.
Well, I was going with the Knuckles hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Knuckles' hair was down like that. I guess.
Knuckle has like
dreads.
red dreads.
By the way, stream has to end in about half an hour.
Oh, jeez.
So if I've got at least 10 minutes to
Okay,
doodle
well,
something would be nice.
all right.
I don't mind.
She has no hair.
I definitely like the amount of detail you've gotten so quickly with that.
No, but we got carried away talking about Spiderman. and so but this is good. This is the Wolf stream today.
No, I meant Tony's, like the amount of detail he has in there. Like I really
Yeah.
like how much he's gotten in there just with this short amount of time. You know, just like a sketch. I think that's quite impressive.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, too kind, sir. Well, tell you what. I'm just doing a bald head lady today then.
Yeah. Just to avoid being the android.
Yeah. Yeah, she has a...
A. Stanley says, I know a few foreigners who sell at Comic-Con every year. One is Taiwanese and one is American. Okay.
Oh, all right, cool.
We could probably hang out with them and see how it's been going. That could be a good interview.
Yeah,
for part of the series.
Probably interview a lot of people. That'd be interesting to see what they're doing.
Yeah, if you guys know any of these people who have sold foreigners who have sold comics at an event in Japan, so Comic-Con, Comitia, Design Festa, anything.
Yep.
Send us links. You can mention us on Twitter. It's at Doki Doki Drawing. We can mention any of the people here. Oh, you're not on Twitter, are you?
I'm on Twitter now.
But you can leave comments on Yazuki Wolf's channel. You can mention. There's not a social network that Tony's not on.
Yeah.
True. That's true.
And
but there are some that I
don't at
really...
me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be contacted.
There are some that I'm not really active on, so...
I try to check Tony's Discord every once in a while, so...
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Let us know because we got the Doki Doki Discord as well, so you can
I'm
let
just
us know there.
finally now starting to get the hang of Discord. It took me a while.
Oh, it takes a while.
It takes a while.
I think that's the thing about it. It's because it's such a dedicated to the people who have been using it this whole time that it never really became super open and like user friendly. Not yet.
Right. And I think maybe also because there's so many uses. Like it's not really specific to one sort of thing to be used for. So.
It's sometimes just because we don't want to use Skype.
Right.
But other times it's because we need to have a community build up, and other times it's like because the chat in this particular game doesn't work very well.
Yeah. I mean, because it's all like a reaction to TeamSpeak, I think, too. So at first.
I remember TeamSpeak back in the day.
Yeah. So, okay, let me get out of here.
So, I'll answer to your question, Ryan. So, foreigners can sell manga in Japan. There's no rule against it.
No.
There's absolutely no rule against it. It's just that the manga that does sell in Japan, you don't see a lot of foreigners' names on the big comics.
Right.
And not as much as in America, where it's just like artists could pop up from literally any country, and as long as the art suits it, that you could make it big at like DC, Marvel, any of these places. But Japan, it's like I have rarely seen a foreigner's name on like the big comics.
Right, and I would say that if you want to just make your own comic and sell it at events like Comitia and Comique or like on the internet, there's nothing stopping you. But if you actually want to be published in like Jump or something, it's gonna be tough. I mean, first thing is you have to be able to speak Japanese because they're not really gonna like going through translators, and they're not gonna have a translator for you. So maybe if you brought your own translator, they might be willing to try, but it's gonna be a hurdle.
And saying "omae mo shinderu" does not count as speaking Japanese.
In fact, if you do say that,
you might not get a job.
If you do say it, then omae wa mo.
終わってる。この面接はもう終わりだ。
そうそう。首切る。
Kubi.
Oh, I like the heart. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I forgot I gotta do something. Okay.
Guys, I want to say in the chat, I'm really proud of you guys who are being so friendly and jovial with each other. Yamada, I don't know how to read your first name. Thank you for subscribing.
Oh, thank you. Yamada?
I think that's how it's written.
Could be.
It was Yama and then Ta. So I assume it's Yamada.
So, checking out Nephilim's asking for advice, but I'm not sure exactly what you want the advice for. Says you're getting the hang of the style you wanted for anime and manga, but you're in the United States. Can you give a little bit more detailed question about what exactly is the area you want advice about?
And then, well, right, there's a new comment by the same person.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So,
okay.
well, that's the thing. I'm still having trouble with timing in school and finally getting a decent job at school.
All right.
And I am only decent at faces right now. I have to work on the whole body.
Gotta work on the whole body, people. That's
Well, you don't have to. You could be a talking heads comic and just only draw heads.
Well, yeah, if you're like young
yeah.
Four, what do you call it? 4-frame comics, maybe. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, I mean, I force myself to draw full bodies now because, I would love to. Well, apparently, since Ross has fallen, I got to take over the mantle from Ross Draws.
Oh, yeah.
But
Just check out Proko's like anatomy stuff, and practice those. Especially like the one I don't remember what it's called, but he talks about like the body as like a bean, and you just like practice drawing the beans and then like adding legs and arms to it.
Yeah.
And then for your faces, I think if you just get a good if you get the basic angles of like straight ahead, 45 degrees, like up and down, then you're probably pretty much okay.
I think that was one of the most interesting bits of advice I've heard from Wolf, actually, is often I hear you talking about how in Japan there's like less focus on being able to draw anything from any angle, and more focus on being really good at drawing the common angles that you'll need.
Yeah.
And so maybe you won't be able to draw a certain pose on a live stream at the drop of a hat, like at a 66-degree angle coming from this camera point. Maybe you won't be able to do it, but you would be able to draw really beautiful artworks for the comic that you want to do.
I think like we in the West, we often kind of stress that like challenge of like
and skill.
I want to be able to do it, and
foundations
show your skill, and like you don't want to have any handicaps or like like no holds barred, any angle like from top and bottom with their legs on top of the back of their head or whatever. I can draw anything, right? But,
now you got to go. Okay. I know exactly what pose. I've seen it.
That's what I'm gonna be drawing next. Well, draw what you love. Draw what you love.
Yeah. There's a whole other market for that as well. It's actually in high demand as well. So
really?
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that I've never drawn
Okay. That ends there.
But it's actually in Japan. It's actually a lot more streamlined than that, where you basically think of it's very, very much Zen-like, where you think about just like the drawing that circle and giving like that perfect circle, like where you do the most with the least. So have the least amount of strokes that actually conveys the most information. So if you could have a small amount of like very good poses that you can use effectively, then just get really good at those.
Cool.
It's really interesting because as a Western outlook, it's kind of like, what? Because this isn't really related to drawing, but when I'm always studying music,
yep.
As soon as I see something really cool that someone can do on guitar. I'm like, what is the foundation that makes that possible? And I'll absolutely convince myself that if I don't have my foundations, that it's not even worth learning that high skill. But it turns out there's a lot of people, you know, on guitar who are just really good at soloing. They have no idea what a scale is, or what a key is, or what they don't even know the notes of the strings that they're playing. They just know how to do really cool stuff. And, you know, who's to say that that's wrong? You know, they've created some of the greatest solos of all time.
It's the 80-20 rule, right? So you do 20% of the work to get 80% of the result.
I have heard that.
Yeah,
it is very true.
You can get the 80% of the results with only that small amount of work. But if you want to get the 100%, then eventually you're gonna have to get all of it. But there are a lot of there are things that can make your works slightly better, but not like hugely better. Or maybe that's not the best place to spend your time at. Spend at the time to have the large return, I guess.
So don't let anyone tell you like you have to learn this or you have to learn that. But they're probably telling you that because they want you to not have to struggle.
Yeah.
You know, when you get to work and someone's like, okay, we need you to draw like a top-down view. There's a camera above, and you don't want to be in a situation where you're like, I'm sorry, I can't do the work today.
Right. And also, I think another thing is the reason why I say that for manga particularly is that manga is not about being the best artist ever. And we talked about that a little bit last time.
Yeah, we talked about it. Some of that should come through in the video because there's a second episode with Wolf coming up next.
Right.
But it looks like Tony has reached a nice stopping point.
That was really, really fast. You're good at that, man.
I get around. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me just make this all black, I guess. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter. I'll never see this again. All right, hold on. Let me put this on a, what is it called? Let's see if I can do this. Okay. But yeah, I decided because she has no, she doesn't have any hair. I just keep with the ear theme.
Yep.
Make her like some sort of alien. So maybe she's blue.
Yep.
Oh, maybe she is blue. Man, now I want to color this. Now I want to.
Well, you could just hit the blue button or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a button that just converts it to blue, isn't it?
Oh, but you mean color the inside blue?
Yeah, just color the whole thing, you know. But
yeah.
All right, Ross, I'm coming after you. I'm gonna start doing pinups now.
I don't know why you didn't start with pinups. I don't know why anyone would draw if the point wasn't to just draw pinups.
Well, that is actually.
I'm a waifu artist. I never said I wanted to be a mangaka. I want to be a waifu artist.
Cool. How much time did I? That wasn't too.
That was about 40 minutes.
40 minutes, really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we have time to really go into Nephilim, but yeah, the story is a really hard thing to figure out.
Let me rotate it.
Because they want it to be an original story, but they want it to basically follow the same bullet points of all the stories that have already come before it. So you can't do anything too original, but you want it to actually just have like a little. So take a good story you like and just twist it a little bit. Like take something you really like and just put it in a different time frame or a different world setting or something. And
yeah, you think about Dragon Ball.
Yep.
What was that? He was like, it's basically Monkey Goes West. It's like this old Chinese fable.
Yeah, been there a long time.
He's like, that's gonna be the story, and look at it. It's top 3 jump of all time. There will probably never be anything to top the top 3 now.
Yep.
No, cool. All right.
I mean, there will be, but you know what I mean.
Eventually. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That was.
Like,
Did you manage to save it, or should I save it?
Oh yeah, save it, please. Yeah, can I get it? I might paint this later. I haven't. It's weird. Like sometimes you just practice, and you just mess around and just do stuff, and it's nothing. Nothing planned. But then you do something that you kind of want to do later. But actually, all that other practice helps your work.
Today can be the unplanned anything goes stream.
Yeah. Well, I know a Daredevil, but I was actually supposed to be Doki Doki, but I.
So tell us.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about this.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying some new styles. So for a while I was going super cartoony, just because. And then now, I don't know, lately I've been like, well, maybe I'll find that kind of halfway point between kind of like, like how Ross does it. You know what I mean?
I haven't watched recently, but...
I haven't watched recently either, but it's like a...
So the sentence, you know how Ross does it,
well, I mean,
didn't
like,
really work for any of us.
Your idea of like how Ross typically does, it's like kind of like a little bit of realism, but at the same time it's got a little bit of light anime feel. So I'm thinking about experimenting with that, because I think what I want to do for my comic is going to be more cartoony. So I figure I can work on both on two different worlds and get the joys of both. So
take the best of both.
Take the best of both, right?
Yeah.
Because like I know I'll get tired of drawing super realistic for a while, and then I'll be like, let's just have fun and just draw something, Or I mean, it might be the opposite. Then I want to draw something realistic, and I can do something like this. So.
I'll say something I've always liked about your work, Tony, is the speed of the strokes.
Yeah. Really?
You can tell like how fast they were drawn. They've done with energy. I think like I don't know where you I don't know how you are with, because I know that you've always felt like your art still needs like more dynamism and stuff. So I don't know where you feel about that. But from an outsider's perspective, I feel like each stroke itself, it's like a wave.
Really?
It's like it's got its own like motion.
Because I guess I don't see it, but
yeah, I think from the outside, other people see different things about it, and I love them. I love the energy and the strokes.
Well, a couple of who was I listening to recently? I think I listen to a lot of artists and get their and actually what's her name? Watching the mural page. Oh my god, I can't forget. It does Cyber.
Uchida.
Yeah. So watching Uchida draw reminded me how I used to draw, which was like you just attack it, and just go. I mean, it decreases your speed and everything like that. But the important thing is it keeps the energy and the life in the drawing, because when you're drawing, you actually don't want it to be exactly real. You kind of want things to bend and exaggerate a little bit, because if you do that, it's like squash and stretch in animation, right?
Right.
So like when you watch a watch a ball bouncing, you actually see it squash, and then it kind of elongates to stretch, right? So
you exaggerate that.
So what I'm trying to do now is like slowly bend some of my stuff into that kind of realm of squash and stretch, and then at the same time, I don't know. I'm just experimenting right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a lot faster,
Yep.
get more confident with the strokes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you don't see it because like individual practice, you don't see if there's any changes really.
Yeah, it's like when you wake up every morning and you can't tell if you're getting fatter or not because it's that day by day you have to you have to see the long range, right?
Exactly. So, if you can, daily practice is really important. I just recently, now that I broke the nib off my I bent it off my iPad, my Apple Pencil.
Oh, okay.
And so I wasn't able to draw for a while,
No.
and I was on the road.
Yep.
But the last 2 days I had some time. I just like, it doesn't matter. I think I spent too much time thinking about, I have to draw this now, or I have to draw this now. And I go, no, I just need to be drawing. So what I do now is like, it's nonstop, because I look at Kim Jong-gi.
Jungi Kim.
That guy.
Yeah, for a second I thought you were talking
That's the only reason I'm here is to predict what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
Are we talking about North Korea now? Or?
No.
No, he's the guy. Proko did an interview. He found him.
Oh, really?
He found him doing
he was in Tokyo. I was getting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. Okay.
So he went and did he got a translator and he did a really cool interview with him.
Yeah.
That was really insightful.
So he's like my hero right now. I was gonna go to his book signing, but I didn't have enough money for a book, so I felt bad. I'd just be there looking at him all creepy, and so I was like, oh. But anyway, one of the good things that you learn from him is he is always drawing. He never stops, and it shows. That's why he can draw from his imagination, because he has all these library of knowledge. You know what I mean? And so I said to myself,
does he have Lamborghinis?
He probably. He's got Lambos.
The
Ferraris. No, but
in addition to your knowledge. Sorry, keep going.
No. But it kind of, listening to him speak kind of changed my perspective. So now it's like, okay, just draw whatever. So I'll just open up the iPad now. Yeah. And if I'm looking at like a box over there, I'm drawing a box. If I'm looking at like something, anything, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm working on my hand-eye coordination and just, going, So that's the way I'm looking at it now. It takes a little.
By the way, I'm copying this, just so you know.
That's not fair. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not. Because I would have done that.
By the way, I'm just so you know, I'm not making this from memory. I'm just copying this.
Not fair.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's the hardest part for me coming out with the pose.
Yeah, it's actually
no one said you had to.
A lot of times with these like live action or like streams, you feel like you have to do it on the spot. But when I'm working professionally, I always have like a page of about 8 different references, right?
Yeah, actually, so I did Inktober, and Inktober kind of got me on this path a little bit too, because like because I was doing traditional, I could use a light box and put things into I could do a couple of tests and stuff like that. So, and then I would scale things. So I'd do like a couple thumbnails. I'd scale it, get a rough idea, draw it, and then I put it on a light table, which I hadn't done like in years.
Yeah, since like school.
Yeah, and then I was able to sketch it out. And then I was like, okay, now that I have my rough sketch at the right scale, then I'm going to start doing the detailed stuff, and then actually get it ready for the pen and ink. So, the whole Inktober experience taught me about like just the difference in my drawings from the beginning of the week and towards the end of the week were like night and day. And I was like, if I can get back on track so fast with just a drawing on a daily basis, what does this mean if I go, okay, I'm drawing every day for like a month? And then it's like, no, what about a year? And then so on and so on.
Yeah, and I think your pace will change, though. It'll be different. Like, when you're charged drawing for a week will be different to trying to keep that same pace up for a whole year. But, of course,
but it's
a very different type of growth,
It doesn't end. You know, the life of any sort of illustrator or any sort of creative, I mean, like, you know, drawing or painting, it doesn't end.
Yeah. Instead of thinking of it like a goal, like, I've got to get good fast. It's like, well, how about just, I've got to draw today.
Yeah, it's like exercise, right? Because like,
I wouldn't know about exercise. I have no idea what that's like.
Well, because look, you can get swole up and get really good. I mean, I've been there. You know,
But if
you stop, everything atrophies and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, how do I keep going? How do you keep going? It's like, you draw every day if you can. You know, even if I do like a box, you know, I mean, I drew something that day.
Right.
That's all that matters. And then I go, okay. It's like scales. I go, okay. Now that I go, all right, I'm working on perspective. I'm working on, anatomy. I'm doing clothes, and you just you go all the way through. This idea broke my mind recently. Yeah. And then when you're done, you just start over again. You know what I mean? It's like you start with the fundamentals of just 2-point perspective, 1-point perspective, measuring, just color. You just keep doing it.
Yeah, and
doesn't stop.
I think this really brings it back to like a little conversation that we were just having about, do you need to learn like the foundations, or do you only need to learn like what you need to get by? And I think personally, like, I just want to draw a manga and then be able to read it. So I'm like very much about the goal at the end. Right. And I think it's quite in contrast, because I feel like Tony's there for like the love of just drawing, just the love of being at your desk for a number of hours with no interruptions, just drawing. Like, I think you really get a lot from like just the pure thrill of art.
Right.
And I think like I get some of that thrill, but it's more like I want to print something and read it.
And I'm in a similar place, except for me, it's that I want to make a game. So
Right.
So I've come to the point where a lot of my art now is more to just make a passable game graphics, right?
So we're all like finding out what does art do for us? What do we need it for? Right.
But I think the fundamentals is a good place to start in any case.
True.
But I was thinking about what I was listening to. I was like, I really need to draw more every day. But then the difficulty for me is that, so every day I'm studying Unity. I'm learning C# programming. I'm, what else am I doing? I also am married. I have like family life and stuff.
Right.
So I mean, when I'm at work, I draw, but on weekends sometimes I don't draw. It's like, how guilty should I feel about that? Because at one part, back in the day when I was just wanting to be an artist, like I felt like I needed to draw every single day, but now it's like I kind of have to measure it. How much time do I want to put to drawing? How much time do I put to like C# to programming, to Unity, to YouTube? It's like,
I got an answer for that.
Okay, that would save my life.
So, like,
the milkman's got answers.
I got delivery coming.
I love it. Yeah. I love it.
So
I love it.
So remember, like sometimes we meet up in the morning and have breakfast at Denny's, right? And so like I would just be drawing a lot of fundamental boxes, things like that, just while I'm eating, like while I'm waiting for food to come, I'm just like, and that would be it for the day. It doesn't matter. It's like, it's just, always have to have like a sketch pad with me for that downtime. Where like if there's room on the train, yeah, I can't always do it on the train. But like if I'm just drawing boxes, because it's just getting my hand-eye coordination. It doesn't have to be.
So when you're in a meeting and you're kind of bored, you just draw in the corners.
Oh God, yes.
There you go. All right.
No,
good.
that's how you fill the downtime.
Yeah.
Instead of like me picking up a game, which is really tempting. But I fill the downtime by just anything. It could be circles. It could just be just doing some cross hatching. You know what I mean? Something. If I only do it for like 2 or 3 minutes, that's okay. It's just that I have to exercise them. It's like you can be swole and then just do push-ups. You know what I mean?
Right. Just to keep it kind of there in the background, right?
Yeah. So for the times when I get more time, you know, because like I understand like married life, you don't have that much. You're just going. I mean, not going. You're busy. You know, kids come to the picture. You know, all that stuff. It just kind of, you know, it's a lot to do, right?
Right.
So, whatever you can do, just keep it keep the muscles going, and then when you get opportunities, you create something. You know what I mean?
こんにちは。今放送中なんですけど、これ終わったら、どうぞタグ取ってからもし登場したければどうぞ。
VIP 切った。やばい。緊張する。Like, but yeah, just anytime I can fill this space doing anything. I've been I'll draw a tissue for. It's like
tissue. There's a lot of like texture you get from that. And all those foldings and gradations and shadows and whatnot.
Yeah. So it's like you know how we do thumbnail sketches like in life drawing or something like they go. You only have 1 minute or 30 seconds to do that. That is what it's about. If I see people walking or just sitting around, I'll just look. I mean, I might even have it. Can you pass the bag over there? I don't know if I brought my my notes.
There you go.
I'll give you guys an example. I'm getting all preachy now.
Okay, well, while you get that ready, I haven't looked at the chat for a while, so.
Oh yeah. I don't have it with me anyway. Never mind.
We have a.
That's
quite a while ago saying, how long did you guys study Japanese, and have you heard of Radiant?
No.
I haven't heard of Radiant.
Radiant who?
It just says Radiant.
Okay.
But the question is, how long have you studied Japanese? Anyone want to answer that?
I'm still learning.
Still learning. Haven't finished.
I would say simply that
6 years.
Learning 6 years altogether. I would say that it takes probably about 2 years to be functional, and then maybe another 2 to be fairly somewhat fluent, and then maybe 6 to the point where you actually like don't have to worry about it as much.
All right, so I'm gonna make some room.
VIP.
Yeah. Shame. I'm gonna do the shame though.
Why?
No, I'm joking.
I think it helps to feel it in your fingers what other artists are doing.
All right. Ease on down.
どうぞ登場してください。
お邪魔します。
どうぞ。So, はじめましてですね。
はい。
So this is the first time that Wolf will have met Hinoe.
どうもウルフです。
どうも日野江と申します。
You guys will all know Hinoe from a previous live stream and pretty much every Doki Doki video. Legendary animator. We're going to make some videos together with Wolf, seeing as we've got both of them in the studio today.
Alright.
今日はただ、10分しかなかったから、全く想像からよりなんとなく何か書いた方がいいと思って、これ写してます。あんまり気にならないように、なんていうかな適当に書いてます。So, feel free to ask a question or ウルフさんは、ゲームの会社のアーティストです。
あまりうまくないですけど。特にちょっと日本風のアニメキャラとかはそれほどうまくないけど、いろいろ頑張ってます。
まあ慣れないと面倒だからな。
そうね。最初の会社は結構萌えキャラとかで可愛い女性キャラいろいろ描けなきゃならなかったけど、あれからだんだんメカとかクリーチャー系の方で、多分私に いいかなと思ってて、そっちの方に集中していろいろやってますけど、でもそうですね、たまにそのちょっと日本風のキャラ書かないといけないけど、やっぱりセンスが違いますよね、向こうと。
So I'll just translate quickly. He's saying that they, or you can translate it yourself, but he was drawing a lot of Japanese style characters at first, but he's been able to direct it more towards mecha, robots, and that sort of thing. Yeah. On that point, Hinoe is quite well versed in the art of mecha and robot animation. どうぞ進んでください。じゃあそういうノリで自分のアニメーションのなんか仕事とかどうぞ説明とか
説明ね
適当にまあ好きなアニメーションスタイルはロボット系とか
まあそうですよね
アクションですよね
まあ萌えキャラ描いてるよりはおっさん描いてた方が
私もそうですね。
He enjoys sort of older male characters than drawing fluffy moe all the time. Not waifu artist.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we'll have to ask you to do a trifu next time because we don't have enough time to do the trifus today.
What's a trifu?
Oh my god.
It's important. It's important that we tell you about it at the end of the stream because we want you to come back for another stream to draw a trifu, which is I'll just show you on the.
A tree you'd like to marry?
Exactly.
Well, yes.
Okay.
You joke.
I may have already drawn that because I have a.
See this?
I drew a dryad character.
When it comes up on
day.
screen in the background, you'll
Yep.
see.
Okay.
Hinoe-san no torifu, ki no waifu character を書いてもらいました。
書いたっ
書きましたんじゃない
け書いてないんじゃないか
書いたんじゃないですかあ、じゃあまた今度、ひろえさんもあれ書いて
ください。
昨日は書いてないと思いますよ
書かなかったっけThis is Carlos's Trifu.
Wow.
And in the corner here is the Merlion.
Merlion from Singapore?
Yeah, so Trifu here, Merlion there, and
Fuji-san. The wrong way.
Fuji Mountain.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, well, I'm pretty much finished. Unfortunately, we're going to have to end the stream, but Tony, feel free to crouch nearby.
Yep.
Crouch nearby. Over here.
Tony.
Oh, okay.
Guys, thank you very much
See if my
for
head pops
joining
out.
us. So I'm going to just end. Let me just show you quickly what the last illustration.
Oh, you can sit down.
Oh no, I'll just make my head pop out the side like a
Okay.
weird disembodied.
That'll work.
なんかマウス見つからない。ありました。This is how the art looked at the end. This is Tony's. What was it? It's a Sonic character as a woman.
It changed.
It changed. And this is what I've done. I've basically just taken an inspiration. It's a slightly different pose, but it's the same costume from my phone case, which I got at Wonder Festival. So it's not original at all. I was just doodling.
That's fine.
I was just doodling, but it's fun. I just like to get it into my hand and feel like
no, that's important.
the motion of the rhythm of the hair and stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's fine.
Real quick, that's another thing that like in America we were always kind of ashamed to copy art.
Yeah.
When I went to school in Japan, teachers told me to copy art because you're trying to mimic the styles. So,
Yeah, so I don't think it's wrong, and also at 10 minutes, so I thought it was fun.
Of course,
that's fine.
Of course, you don't hand in the copy as
No,
your own
yeah.
work,
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
as
Well,
an exercise.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
you don't. I do. Anyway, Tony, come and stand.
Oh, the paper.
Come crouch down. Oh, don't worry about the paper.
Oh.
Come crouch down here.
Okay.
Thank you very much for joining today's stream.
Yes.
I'll put it on the Trifu because it's our iconic
Yes.
thing here.
You gotta do the salute as well too.
Is that the
Yeah, you got to
Trifu
do the
Trifu
Trifu salute. また今度書いてもらいます。
はい
So we'll have Hinoe draw one for us next time. We'll have
Yeah.
Yazuki Wolf draw one for us next time. This is the first time Yazuki Wolf has been on stream. He's been in other videos though, so do check out those videos. Can you tell them where to find you? What the names of
just
your
look up
channels?
Well, I'm basically only focusing on the Okami Champloo. Just look up Yazuki Wolf on
Yeah.
YouTube. It should
So
come up.
it's written there at the bottom of the stream. It says Yazuki Wolf.
Yep.
That is the. Oh,
Oh,
let me
it's
get
all.
rid of
It's all.
Let me get a. It's blocking
get-
your face.
Oh, what?
You want to put
There
it
we
on
go,
my
there you
face? Okay.
Oh, now the iPad's blocking you. It doesn't matter. Either way, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry.
So, the channel name is Okami Champlu.
Yep, but if you look up Yazuki Wolf,
Yeah.
it should just come up.
So
Just
type it as
search
the name
like
is
that.
written below here.
Yep.
And you'll find Wolf. He's on YouTube. Where can we find you, Tony?
I'm on Sketchflix, all the socials, Sketchflix, and you'll find me. There's one usurper on YouTube, but just look.
Usurper.
Yeah, there's someone who's
one.
got the same name as our channel, actually. I don't even
Really?
I don't
Wow.
even think they were trying to take our name or anything. I think they probably just also made a channel called Doki Doki Drawing.
All right,
But this is our Doki Doki
right.
Drawing.
We'll crush them.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
You can find me here all the time. You can find Hinoe here all the time. Thank you for joining us on the
Yes.
stream. And I don't actually know how to switch us off. So let me just press this button here. Everybody wave goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. And then I'm going to press this button here, and we're going